There we go. Hold on. It like takes away features when I try to like plug it in and charge and do things at the same time. But yeah, the glasses, they're
Oh
busting.
my God.
How's my audio
Wow.
coming? I literally can't do anything while it's charging. Jesus Christ. Uh,
You really be having all day to like
huh?
prepare for this. You really have all day to prepare for
I
this.
did. Well, this is fine. This is it. Well, this is just me tuning in. That's all. That's um, this is
Phone
cool.
at 15%.
Yeah, I did charge it while I was taking a nap earlier, but it wasn't enough. Few was solid things to do, but it was just wasn't enough. Disconnect.
Hmm.
Fuck. Anyway, sorry. General podcast, and plus I gotta imagine we trimmed the first like 15 minutes of this podcast anyway.
Depends.
Just do it
You know, if you
anyway.
watched our videos, you would know.
I probably wouldn't know, right?
Yeah.
I should actually. I should be going over like my performance here. I watched the video on the well, I haven't finished watching the video, but me and my whole I'm in my second, not even second a week. I'm in my wrestler era, I guess. So I've been watching
You have been.
yeah, I'm watching a video on the history of these two wrestlers that like just kind of like I guess like this video is kind of like overdue because it's about like what happened at like last year's WrestleMania with everyone's like story plots and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Because wrestling is a soap opera essentially. So I watched
Fighting
how this
soap
one
opera.
dude, huh? Yeah, it's like
Fighting
a
soap
fighting soap
opera.
opera. Yeah, yeah. There's a level of pretend to it, and like I like shows and media where there's like a level of pretend to it. That's why I like Power Rangers so much, which I will talk about in a few. Um, but because something really cool just happened, and it's like a real small thing. It's like a real small addition. Like if someone put a feather in their hat, and it's just like, wow, your whole like image changed. That's the level that just like kind of took place in this Power Rangers thing. But anyway, the wrestling thing. Oh, well, I guess should we wait for Cam? I mean, whatever.
I mean, we can
He'll show.
pre-game until he arrives.
Yeah, it's
Knock
cool. It's
yourself out.
fine. Yeah, I think the wrestle talk is very like kind of what it is anyway. But
Doesn't care about wrestling. If you want to talk about wrestling,
yeah,
I'll knock yourself out.
oh yeah, it's storylines though. It's story. You care about characters though. That's the whole thing about it. It's like characters.
Hmm.
And this is one dude like so like last year's WrestleMania was between this dude Cody Rhodes, whose father was a wrestler. Okay, and his brother was a wrestler too. I just found out from this video his half brother. Okay, so his half brother was. You remember Gold Dust? You remember that kind of character?
Hold
Maybe
Sounds familiar. From what?
Gold Dust. He was like a flamboyant kind of like. I guess he was like 90s like stereotypical like flamboyant gay wrestler, but not really
Oh
because
no.
it was a fucking
Nope.
act.
Nope.
Fine, he had gold face paint. He did this whole thing, but their father was Dusty Rhodes, and like it's one of those things where like it's an endeavor kind of thing. So you'll kind of get that right, right? Yeah, you perked up a little bit, right? Um, so it's like
Trying to get my attention.
yeah, exactly. But like, so Dusty Rhodes kind of had this sort of like not like I don't it wasn't abusive, but like he ran his own wrestling company, right?
Hmm.
And then during the '90s, Vince McMahon, who is like WWF's like wrestler, he kind of united all the wrestling factions. He's like a Nobunaga Oda of like wrestling. A little history in there. Um, But he unites all the wrestling federations for better or for worse because he kind of just like kind of conquered them, poached all their talent, stole all their things. But he brought to heel this like guy named Dusty Rhodes who was running his beloved dude, brought him into like the WWF and like for his insolence, I guess, for better for his insolence, turned him into a goof, like, yellow polka dotted kind of wrestler. Like, now you work for me. Now you get to be my joke bitch character. Like, ha ha ha, whatever. It's fine. Dusty's a wrestler at heart. He loves the game. He plays this joke character, whatever. He's like estranged from his family, but he's providing for them. That sort of thing. He's estranged from his son. His son eventually grows up to be Gold Dust, and he has a slew of problems too. Like because it's like a whole, he's like the Dennis Rodman, I guess, of like wrestling. Flamboyant, kind of like, but like also like mad drug problems and shit like that. Family problems. Yeah, it's wild. But I mean, and this is the part that I got up to in the video, so I don't really know like everything else after this. But he had a son from a second marriage who is this guy Cody Rhodes, and now Cody Rhodes is kind of like the Captain America of like if that kind of makes sense. Not like Sam Wilson, but like Chris Evans Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of like the tried and true. He's Dusty Rhodes was the American dream. Cody Rhodes is the American nightmare because branding, right? Yeah, whatever. So his whole thing is about my father was a wrestler, and like my father before me, I'm a wrestler. Blah 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 blah. Bring it to his opponent. We're cutting out of that storyline now because I haven't finished that part of the video. I just know what happens in the end. Bring it to his opponent. This one dude, and this shit is tragic too because this is like, oh my god.
It's your phone.
This dude Roman Reigns. After John Cena, John Cena. Everybody knows John Cena. He was the wrestling guy.
I've heard of John Cena. I don't know. I can't pick him out in a lineup, but I've heard.
I can't hear anything. Like
yeah.
Hey, there you go. What's happening?
Boom, boom.
Here we go. What's happening? Are you interested to learn more? Are you kind of like, should I keep the train going or like?
Shit, I can't. 1 second, hold on. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
That's fine. Take your time. I mean, we are recording.
Yeah.
Take your time with it. You want to still hear about like Roman Reigns?
Sure, go for it.
Yeah.
Shit.
So fuck, like Roman Reigns was this dude. He came in. He had a football career, right? Football.
Where is all of my shit?
Yeah, right. And then he kind of like came into like wrestling as part of this group of three dudes. And this was around the time that John Cena was like the face of the company, right?
Okay.
So
hold on, we might be somewhere. Oh, I don't think I ever installed this shit.
I'm just regaling Taito with just wrestle talk. Shit that I've just been obsessed with. This is what I've hyperfixated over for the past 2 hours. No, all day today, actually. All day.
All day.
Okay. All day. It takes me all day to watch a 2-hour video.
You have to pause and like freak out about stuff.
I watched some Solo Leveling, and I've been rewatching Solo Leveling again.
Okay.
So I kind of took a Solo Leveling break because the dub is fun. I watched the whole thing, so I can listen to the dub and just kind of zone out while I draw. Boom. So Roman Reigns, part of this 3-man group called the Shield. This is the John Cena era. So John Cena is kind of like on his way out. He's kind of like The Rock, where he's about to start acting more, and he's getting out of like wrestling to do the Hollywood game. So wrestling needs a new front man. And so they get, so they take these 3 guys from the Shield. They're like, Roman, some other dudes, Seth, and everybody else. I showed you them last week. But they picked Roman to kind of be the guy that's going to be like the face of the company now. He's, he's hot. He's racially ambiguous. He's Samoan, but whatever, long hair, all that. Well, most folks aren't going to get that, I guess. But like, so they start pushing Roman towards the front of like the company. But Roman is like, he's got a lot of holes in it. His like acting, because you have to promote yourself. So you have to do
Uh-huh.
promos. You have to do like, I'm the greatest. I'm gonna fucking lay the smackdown on, that kind of stuff. That
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
shit. But Roman flubs his lines. Roman like loses his place during promos. He like kind of talks like a little bit of like, because he was a strong silent type in this 3-man group, but
Uh-huh.
now it's like on him. So he kind of like he's not really
Dropping the
pushing it.
ball.
Yeah, and the crowd like
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
yeah, we can hear you. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, there you go.
All
We
right,
can
we
hear you
got
now
something.
too.
I'm sorry. Like this is
No.
really bad technical difficulties today. I don't know what the all hell broke loose like in the last 15 minutes. I'm so sorry, but
We kind of show up to the work. It's like showing up to work. You kind of trickle in. It's no big deal.
yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how to get my
You can't
audio to
talk.
get into it because I can't hear anything here.
Mm.
Headphones,
Okay, well,
speaker.
we work on that.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, see now you're invested, right?
I
Yeah, see,
mean,
okay.
you already like got the story going, so like
Yeah, see storylines. Okay, anyway. So Roman just can't act, and also there's this thing called like selling another wrestler. So like when they fight, because it's fake, but like there's a dance to it. There's a sort of like pageantry to it that you have to do. You have to sell getting hit by another guy, because if you get hit and you like don't like, oh my god, if you don't sell it, then it makes you look like Superman, and the other guy's like super fucking weak.
mhm,
Uh, but like Roman is just a football player, like whatever. He's been wrestling for 2 years at this point, but
mhm.
like okay, he's kind of into it, but like he's been carried kind of by like his brothers in that 3-man group. Now it's on him. Roman is a little bad at selling the hits. He's just kind of like, he gets put in a chokehold. He's like, and it's like, what do you like? A lot of people are just like, no. So bad on the mic, bad on selling. He was the strong guy in the group, so he wasn't like a technical, like high flying, falutin wrestler. He just looks good. He just looks like a hero guy.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what he had.
Okay.
And the crowd, like, I guess the crowd could see it. The crowd, like, him up against like, because he's like also kind of like a normal, like, he's like he's like the normal balanced fighter character. He's not like Zangief. He's like a Ryu from Street Fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
he's not the big guy. So he's fighting these brick shithouse like
Guys.
dudes. Yeah, but he's winning because it's like the storyline. That's what the company wants him to be on top. The company wants him to be the new face. So he's beating dudes like 6, 7 feet tall, fucking muscle, fucking nut jobs. It's crazy. You shouldn't win unless you're getting fucking like pushed through. And the crowd sees this, and the crowd eats him up. You cannot fake the crowd in wrestling. The crowd fucking hates Roman. They fucking hate him, and it's
Oh,
so
damn.
sad because Roman is trying his goddamnedest out there, and the crowd fucking hates this guy. It's tragic,
Like we can
and
see you acting badly.
we can see you acting. We don't like we don't like the product that is being pushed on us. This is real time. This is live television, and we fucking hate you. You can't censor out the crowd. So Roman, like, he wins this, like, there's like this road to WrestleMania kind of thing. WrestleMania is like the Super Bowl of, like,
Of wrestling.
wrestling. Yes, exactly. Right. So then Roman Reigns, he wins this like lead up to WrestleMania. It's like the Royal Rumble, I guess is what it is called.
Mhm.
They throw in all these wrestlers and they just knock each other out the ring and stuff like that. And then like I think there was some other guy too. It's a million different storylines going on. So while
I see.
Todoroki's doing his thing, fucking Bakugo's over here doing his thing. All right.
Mhm. Everybody on the hero journey.
Right, yeah, exactly. So during the Royal Rumble, people were really rooting for this guy. I'm just gonna call him the Bakugo character.
Okay.
They were really rooting for him, and he got his ass kicked out in a surprising kind of turn. He came back from like an injury, and this is supposed to be kind of his comeback, but like he just got pushed out. He lost it, and so the crowd was like pissed when their like underdog character got kicked out. And then Roman comes in, and they turns like poison. It is just like boo, fuck you, boo.
So Roman was the rebound.
Roman proceeds to win because he's the push. He's getting the push to be the main guy.
Mm-hmm.
But like the crowd fucking hates him. The crowd
That's
fucking,
so
and
unfortunate.
it's like it's one of those things where like you see his face on there, and that's real shit too, because he was befuddled. He was like bamboozled.
Why do you
Like,
not love me?
he goes from like he's in the ring, he wins, and he's like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, yeah, that's real. He's like, I did it, yeah. But the crowd is like, boo, and you see him just kind of like,
Why?
yeah, yeah. It's just like, oh my god. The Rock comes out, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, because they're cousins, but it's like how black people are cousins to
Yeah.
like every other race.
Kinfolk.
They're not. Yeah, The Rock, his cousin, shows up.
Right.
And then he holds his hand up, and The Rock is confused too, because he's just like, y'all don't. Why are you booing?
Why
Like,
don't y'all love this man?
Yeah. And so just for like, I guess, I don't know what other span of time there is after that, but the crowd just like fucking hates Roman. He used to enter in through the crowd. He used to come in through, because that was just like 3-man cell days. He used to come in through the crowd. People like, he can't come in through the crowd anymore for security purposes. Someone throws a metal briefcase at his head. So a fan throws a metal briefcase at his head in like some lower tier show that they did.
That's real dramatic.
Yeah. And all this whole time backstage, not in the ring, the guy's struggling with like leukemia or something like that. Like yeah, right. It gets. I mean, it's sad, but because he's fine now, he's alive. So anyway, he struggled with it for 11 years, and I guess it came back at one point or another. So he had to like step out, and he kind of takes a dip from being like, I guess, this like corporate punching bag. Not like, it's just one of those things. Like, he does his promo, it's fucking nuts. He genuinely improves. So he has his moment after the booing and everything like that. He genuinely improves, right? And then he does this promo with John Cena, where John Cena just opens him up. And like he calls him out as being like this, like, you're pushed to the top and blah 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 blah. And then Roman chokes. He chokes during the promo. His old fucking habit comes back. He chokes during the promo, and John's like, I'll let you find it. Go ahead. Take your time, in front of a crowd of like all these people. And it's like, I don't know. It's like his inner demons kind of come back to like hold him back. It's
just his curse. He's cursed.
It's a real moment. I haven't even got to I haven't even got to the part of the rebranding. Eventually, Roman does come back as like a sort of like, I guess, like a heel. I guess kind of. I also haven't made it that far in the video, but I know what happens in real life. Roman kind of comes back as the heel. He's now the tribal chief. He got this little like sort of promo guy on the side. It's like this. He's like a fight promoter kind of, but he's also kind of like this like sort of demon, like this not a demon. Right? Okay, listen, I'm calling him a demon because he's like this little like sort of like entity that attaches itself to other wrestlers and promotes them and like talks for them. So he talks for like the big guy, and he's like the little guy that like hypes up the big guy. Now that little demon is like is in service to Roman. Again, he's not a real demon. I just call him a demon because he's just like a little wrestler entity.
Stan.
Now he's on Roman's side. He speaks for the tribal chief. Roman could go back to being the strong, silent like type and everything like that. And now his new thing is like, acknowledge me. You have to acknowledge the tribal chief and stuff like that. He gets his two actual this time, his two actual cousins, Jimmy and Jay, who are fucking amazing.
You got 5 minutes.
Okay, all right. One of them got fucked up in WrestleMania on Monday. Anyway, Roman becomes the tribal chief. He runs his own faction. It's really fucking cool. He's like this like Samoan head of the table, blah 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 blah. And then we cut back to Cody Rhodes, who's like who's the Captain America. I'm just gonna go for it. He's Captain America. He's the new, like, I guess, gonna be the new promoted guy, because Roman is the promoted guy now. But he's like Dark Roman. So we got Dark Roman, and we got Captain America, Cody Rhodes. Whoops. Okay. Anyway, and wrestling, and Cody has all this like history. I think he was like a second Gold Dust at one point or another, but now he's like the fucking like American Nightmare. They go to Royal Rumble. They're like bashing it out. Cody finally wins the WrestleMania championship for his father. He completes Dusty Rhodes' like legacy 40 years ago in real time. That's the wild shit. I'm paraphrasing because I don't have a lot of time, and also I didn't get to that part of the video, and I just like got to this point, so I skipped a lot of details. But fuck, man, what a great soap opera! Wow, holy shit! Like, man, like
Sounds very dramatic.
I'm leaving out so much, but God,
It's
I'm
okay.
obsessed. I'm here.
I'm
I
glad you have something that you enjoy.
yes, yes. That's it is what it is. It's the latest thing I've hyperfixated on.
Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Just pick a
Excellent,
place and
excellent.
start. Oh shit. Oh,
How's
and then
our
I got to talk about the Power Rangers thing, but I'm gonna let you guys
how's our
do.
week? How's our week been? Okay, you've had lots of time. How's our week been?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. Yeah, it, it's going.
Cool.
Okay. All right.
I've had a pretty good week. Things are going pretty cool over here. It stopped raining so much. The sun's coming out. I'm excited about springtime and
Fantastic.
April.
We love the spring.
Yes. Yes.
What is it? April showers bring May flowers. So I mean,
That is
like
the phrase.
you're out of the shower part, I guess. Hopefully, well, still April, but we'll see how it goes.
April just started, but the weather's different here. But hopefully the showers are waning. Yeah.
Sure. There you
Go
go. All right.
outside.
Are the flowers blooming? They're
Um,
starting to bloom here.
Not really right now. It's very green, but there's not really
Okay.
like a lot of flowers going popping up right
Are
now.
leaves coming back to the trees? Do your trees lose their leaves, or you kind of all just like pine out there?
We have like hella gymnosperms, evergreen. So for the most part, no. They stay green year round.
Oh, so evergreen. I guess I never thought about that. Evergreen, I guess, means
Forever
green.
green.
Fantastic. It's funny because I know that phrase more from like media than I know it from like actual like where it's
Botany.
from. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They say like make evergreen content. You don't want to make like pop culture shit. You want to make stuff that's gonna be like
Forever
relevant for like
green.
years. Yeah,
Original.
exactly.
Novel.
Now, yeah, exactly. So it's like, oh wow, that's it.
It comes from gymnosperms.
I never even thought about that.
Which
So
stay
wait,
green throughout their lifetime.
that's crazy. But
Yup.
are
only thing I
they?
hate about springtime, it's like
Er,
hella pollen. That pollen's kicking my ass. Ugh,
pollen problems are just due to like plant misogyny.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I saw something about that. Right? There's not a lot of female plants or something like that in the area or something like
They
that?
plant only male plants, which are the ones that produce the pollen, which is what makes everybody have allergies, which produces like puts way more pollen in the air than what is normal or natural. Because there should be a
Mm.
more even distribution of male and female trees. But because they don't want people to have free food, they don't plant female trees or they killed all the female trees and they just have
Interesting.
male trees, which produce pollen, which gives you allergies.
Good to know.
Plant
It's so
misogyny makes people sick.
misogyny just ruined this whole world.
The
Honestly,
world.
misogyny, patriarchy. We hate to see it. But what are like female like plants though? Like, are they just like the fruit bearing plants, or like,
Yeah.
cause like all
So you see an apple tree that has apples, that's a female tree.
get the fuck out of town.
You learn something new every day, don't you?
I don't know nothing about plants. They're green and they absorb light, and they
Some plants
drink
are
water.
like, um, what do you call it? Like both? But
Oh
yeah,
yes, some eat
gen-
things, right? Yeah, which is kind of wild.
generally you see a tree that is fruiting, it is the female tree.
Get out of town. I had
Mm.
no idea. All right, shit. Well, I gotta plant more apple trees. I'm out here being an idiot, dying of like fucking allergies.
Mhm.
Well, do they absorb the pollen, or like what's like? Do
I
they
mean,
like
the
suck it
pollen
up?
still
I guess.
goes
Or like,
everywhere, but there would be less male trees. So there wouldn't be like such a high
mm,
concentration of pollen in the air, in your
even
face.
distribution. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sure. I'm gonna go
there's
sneeze because of the pollen.
tree
Hold on.
junk everywhere.
Okay, no, I thought I was gonna sneeze, but I'm not.
Oh, cool.
I did have an awful sneezing fit yesterday. That was really intense.
Oh.
Couldn't wipe my nose, so I just kind of just letting them fly. Must have sneezed like 14, 15 times while I was out with Sal. Weird shit. I'm the weird neighbor, by the way. I'm the weird
You're the weird
fucking
neighbor that's
neighbor.
sneezing profusely
The
and like with mucus all over his face.
Yeah, with his cat outside, and he's
With your
like,
cat on the leash outside.
I'm the weird fucking neighbor, dude. I'm the weird fucking dude in the neighborhood. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I
You're like,
gotta
oh
do what I
God,
gotta
it's
do.
him.
Yeah. He's just like, why won't he blow his nose? Why won't he wipe his nose? Why won't he go inside? It's because my
I
cat
can
knows.
only imagine what the high schoolers talk about you.
Uh, I think about that too sometimes, and I'm just like,
We don't go by
"Ah,
Mr. Johnson's house.
that's fine. Please stay away. Don't ever come over here. I do my best not to interact with anyone's children at any point in time because that's a different kind of weird, and that sucks. Hate
Yeah.
that. Don't. I just want to be the old man who like feeds ducks or something like that.
Unless you're like,
Like that. I want to be.
unless you approach me, or unless like you come with one of my friends. Yeah.
It's
Or
hard
if I'm
because
like I'm in a location where I'm doing something where there are kids, lots of kids involved. Like
yeah,
I don't mind kids.
it's
I
hard
don't
to
mind
know.
kids. They're cool. I like kids. Like
They're fine, but I don't know how to interact with them. Like I don't know if like hi, like, and I don't even want to say hi to you because like it's
how do
like
you greet one another? New
yeah,
name?
like it's I don't know. It's a weird
I,
gray area, and it's like I
I
feel like
really think with kids, you almost have to like not per se revert back to being a kid yourself, but almost kind of revert back to that innocent, what is it, innocency,
sure,
Innocent?
yeah,
the
you gotta look
innocence,
for it a little different. Yeah.
the
Innocence?
innocence that kids have,
Innocence?
and just kind of like, yeah, and just kind of like, you know, like when you're kids, you're not really worried. You're really just actually, I feel like kids like when they're like have their attention on something, they're only focused on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what you have to do with them. You know what I
Like
mean? They
Sure,
talk
don't
about
yeah,
think
them about their
about,
interests.
yeah.
yeah,
Or
like it's
listen to them.
about what you're talking
Interacting with
about.
little kids is like I feel like interacting with little kids is easy because you can just shoot the
Little
shit with them.
kids are easy.
Just,
It's once they
just
hit
yeah,
like 10-ish, 10-ish,
yeah,
11-ish, like that middle school age, then they
then they get
start hating
scary.
everything.
Yeah, but I feel like
Hormones.
that's like when their personality really starts developing. Like
Yeah.
you're definitely gonna. I mean, it develops already before then, but you
Socially.
definitely can see. Yeah,
Socially though,
socially.
because like they have their like we have our base personality at 7. Because you know when you see like 7-year-olds and they just do anything and they don't care and they're just
Sure.
purely
This is
themselves.
me. This is
And
who I
once they get to
am.
middle school,
Pure
that's when they
me.
start to like socialize, become like develop their personality socially and like care about what other people think and like want to look cool and like oh that's lame, oh that's cringy, and that's when
Hmm.
they start getting into all that. I like
Self-consciousness.
like before they hit that time when they're just like yeah, I'm gonna run around in circles and like eat mud pies and like wear a tutu and a T-Rex outfit and like skateboard and just do wild stuff. And like that's like the best. That's like peak humanity.
Hmm.
Between like 3, 2, like 2, I'll say 1. I'll say to 1. Like 1 and like 8. Between like 1 and 8.
Sure. Yeah.
Those are
You're
like
relatively free, I
great
guess.
kid
Like
ages. They're great at those ages.
no one's
Buck
not.
wild, but like they're pretty great.
Oh,
Aside from
I will
no one's
say that
beat.
I enjoyed my nephews growing up at all pretty much stages. I
Mhm.
mean, of course, when they were kids, they were little brats and like, sometimes they got on my damn nerves. But
Yeah,
like
kids.
Mhm.
once they got older, they just started being like really cool. Like
Yeah, kind of mellowed out. These blinds are
they
getting
they
thicker.
mellowed out. Like even when they mellowed out, like I want to say even like when they were like at 10ish and kind of like 9ish, they definitely started mellowing it out there, and they definitely just kind of was just like cool.
Yeah.
And I love hanging out with them. I'll hang out with them today. I just honestly I don't hang out with them much because I have become a hermit and I don't really like leaving my house. But it is what it is. But I'm trying to
Yeah.
do better.
Sure, yeah.
There's a whole world out there.
Listen, that's
I
the trap
know,
too.
and that's the
Becoming a hermit.
problem.
Get out,
That
get
is the
out to the
problem.
world. The world is
Yeah.
is garbage, but it's also pretty cool sometimes.
It's okay to be
No,
the
it
weird neighbor.
is.
It's okay to go outside and just
I
be
will not
outside.
I will never say that the world is not absolutely like well, okay, the world, Earth, peak, beautiful, amazing. Humans, most humans, garbage, trash.
Yeah.
But sometimes
Okay, most.
it can be
I'll
okay.
give you most.
Yes, yes, it's most.
I'll say most.
Yes, most.
But
You see the
like,
state of the world
say
we're in
like,
right now? Most. By
I'll,
far and
yeah, yeah.
large. 75%.
I don't go for like the whole like all humanity is trash, but I'll go for like most.
75%.
And like maybe like two thirds of like people are trash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
3/4 garbage.
I
High.
think it's
Yeah, 3/4.
the
Okay.
the
Dumpster fire
equivalent of a pepper speck is what is still good in the whole world
in the
of
world.
people. It's a literal pepper seasoning flake. That's all that is good compared to everybody else.
A
That's it.
single flake.
A
Well, we also
single
live
flake.
like predominantly like in America, like experiencing other cultures. I mean, like going to like places that aren't here. Like
Or
I gotta
garbage all over
imagine
the world. People are,
Yes.
I mean, it's the overall society can be a little bit like not as horrific as America, but like humans are still garbage because we're all working
Humans still eat
under
humans.
similar systems. We're all not even just human. Like
Oh yeah,
I don't even
the
think
systems
humans
in
are
place
like inherently like
incentivize.
terrible creatures, but just like we are all living under the same systems right now. And humans are just simple and sheep, and we'll just do what other humans are doing. And
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
they're like, "Oh, we're garbage right now. Sick, we're garbage. You love it, I love it."
It's hard to beat that crowd mentality, you know. Listen, I've
Yeah.
been captured by the crowd myself plenty of times. If everyone's being trash, then we might as well be trash too.
No,
Probably
not
would
might as
be
well be trash too.
Roman Reigns in a crowd, unfortunately. But depends.
Yes.
Anyway,
Thank
yeah,
you for your
I've
time.
got another thing to present to the class. I've got
You got
another
5 minutes.
show and tell thing. It's the latest episode of which call it Goes User, the latest Sentai series. Um, which call it? It's this whole thing where like Power Rangers does like a lot of anniversary series. So they do like a lot of
People
like, oh
love
my
Power
god,
Rangers.
yeah, exactly. This is the so-called 50th anniversary of Power Rangers. They showed up. I'm trying to find it as I'm like talking, so like I'm sorry if I'm like super distracted.
You can like
Um,
share your screen if you just so desire sometimes.
let's not go crazy with that.
Don't need the people seeing all my tabs.
Yeah, let's just like chill out for like half a second.
Oh my
Like,
God, that reminds me of that story that it was like a college professor sharing
Uh-huh.
his
sure,
screen, and like he had like some
straight up.
tag says like
Porn.
big breasted blondes or something like that. I mean, he got fired, but I mean, I'm just
See, that's the thing. I can't get fired off the podcast. You out here making it seem like it's normal.
You're not employed on the podcast. This is voluntary.
Oh,
I
shit.
only have with so many. I do this for free, but I'm doing this for love of the game. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
Next episode, we had to eliminate Mars
yeah,
from
man.
the podcast
However
because
many episodes in, we had to get rid of Mars because that shit was unacceptable. We're sorry to our young viewers or younger.
HR was not having it.
we had to report his ass.
I keep forgetting what the fucking name of this guy is, but like fuck, because Sentai, it's not like MMPR, it's not the Megazord, it's called Daizujin or something like that. It's alive in Ranger, that season that MMRP is based off of, the giant robot that all the dinosaurs turn into. It's alive and it's a god. It's not just like a robot.
The deity.
Yes, exactly. That happens in a lot of Sentai series, actually. A lot of them. America, you can't have fun. Like, you can't just be like, oh, it's a god instead of
It's
like
a
a
god
robot.
being.
Yeah, exactly. It's this ancient being. No, it's a robot. It's a dumb robot, apparently, here. So what you call it?
People are
Hold
too
up.
Christian here.
Yeah. Okay, I will share my screen. Hold up. Okay, all right. All right, yeah. I'll share my screen. Yeah. Oh, I gotta send a request.
Okay, you're good.
I'm not the head of this shit. Anyway, but yeah, they debuted. Hold on, I'm trying to see if it like pops up. Yeah. So they're doing this sort of like battle to be number one sort of thing, but like, yeah, the fucking Megazord shows up in this like badass fucking cloak, and it's just like one piece of like flair completely set the internet. I mean, I guess like the Sentai internet on fire, but like just putting a fucking cloak on the Megazord.
They were like, you know
Really,
what? Put a cloak on him.
yeah, it's just like holy
He
fucking
needs a
shit.
cape.
It came through and like blocked this like laser beam shit like 10 seconds before this. But look at that shit. Look at that
Oh, it's,
fucking
im-
badass that
it's
was. God,
impermeable.
yeah,
Everybody looks like
like
10 times more badass when they're billowing, you know? It's just
right. Like I'm so hyped. Ooh, I wish it was like I had this thing where I wish it was on fire. Like I kind of just like when the cloak's on fire. It's a robot, you know. So it's like oh fuck, that's so cool. Um, so like I just kind of had to share that. Like the Megazord shows up. It's in a fucking cloak. Apparently, all the mechs on the inside kind of look like this, so it's not the same as it was in like an NPR. This is a new season. We don't know who the fuck this is because it's not the same Red Ranger. We don't know what's going on here, but goddamn, what an insane aura moment.
Now, is this for Japan or is this going to also be in the States too? Or
this is in Japan only so far. We don't know what
Okay.
they're doing with Power Rangers in America. So far,
Didn't they? What was the last season in?
we had something called Cosmic Fury, and Cosmic Fury was an original kind of series based on okay, the original series based on Ryu Soldier, which Ryu Soldier was Dino Fury, yes, and then they spun it off into like a season 2, Cosmic Fury. They're still dinosaur themed, but it's a galactic thing. It doesn't make any sense. It was 6 episodes. Disney doesn't know what they're doing with Power Rangers. They keep trying to go back to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because that's a formula that worked. That it made them like $1 billion back in the day, and that's like in 90s money. So like a gazillion dollars now. But it's really stupid because they keep trying to recapture the magic of Power Rangers, like the original season, and it's like Sentai.
Yeah, I thought they were redoing that whole thing of Power Ranger, like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I thought they were going to reboot it, like for real,
They
for
keep
real.
trying to reboot it. They keep saying they're gonna reboot it. They did a movie, and then like the movie was, all right, but didn't make $1 bazillion, so it was a failure. Um, so now, oh man, how else can we bring back Mighty Morphin? Oh, Billy's in this one. Oh, Zach's in this one. Oh, you remember Mighty Morphin Power Rangers new kid who's like 6 years old? Do you remember Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from the 90s? I'm being salty, but it's it's one of those things where they won't stop going back to this well, and it's like Sentai keeps doing something fucking new every goddamn year. 50 of them. There's 50 of them. But then they did, show off a little bit of the fucking, like I showed you, the Megazord with the cloak, and it's fucking cool as shit. A robot in the cloak.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love that? That's universally awesome. I think I made it under 5 minutes, but yes, that's like.
Good job.
I did it. I'm working on it. I'm timing my weird rants down.
Your rants. Mm-hmm.
I guess they're gonna be called rants now. I've done this like 4 or 5 times now, at least, maybe once per episode.
Mars rant segment.
Mars rants, yeah. We're gonna have to like slap a label on it or something like that. The yap period or something like that. A yap count.
I hate that word so much.
Really? I don't know. I kind of got used. I kind of started like kind of getting into it a little bit. I'm a big time yapper. It's crazy.
Oh God. of all the words to make a comeback, I wish that one would have just died.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's your fire then. That's your like.
Do you hate fire?
I hate.
Yeah, remember?
We talked about this in another one. I hate. Fire. It sucks ass. Stupid as shit. Or GAT. That doesn't make any fucking sense either.
Oh no, that's just misappropriation of language.
That's stupid, right? That's stupid as shit. I think no shit. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's a the.
Make any goddamn sense.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, GAT. What? Anyway.
Because non-black people take black words and turn them into nouns when they are adjectives or verbs. They take adjectives and verbs out of black lingo and turn them into nouns. That's what happens.
You could say "gat damn." You could say like, "Oh my god!" Like,
gat damn.
You can't just gat. What the fuck is like? No. Like,
whenever I see like, look at her gat, I want to slit my throat.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's just in that moment. Just.
What are you talking about? Like,
stop. It is honestly infuriating. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it sets me off a little bit. Mm. I mean, I don't know. A lot of things, some things kind of came and went and kind of died too. Like On Fleek. No one says On Fleek, and no one's like nostalgic for On Fleek. I
Honestly, it
think.
was
Oh, are you like?
good. I mean, I wasn't crazy
I,
about it, but like,
I, I
honestly, it
liked
was
it.
legit.
Oh,
I did
okay,
like
all
On
right.
Fleek.
Well, hey, listen. I'm
You know what
flying.
I miss? I miss Off the Chain and Off the Hook.
That still works. That's still like relevant. I feel like. Well, it can be. It can be brought back. Oh,
Well,
still pretty good.
I, yeah, palm color people are using that now for the most part.
Chain
It's
and
like
Hook.
a part.
Same.
Yeah,
Uh,
they use that now. They've been using that
I
now.
mean, they
That's
use everything that we use, but I'm just
exactly.
and
But
like
like
and
usually our
like
old stuff that is still very relevant in their communities.
well, they're always
sure.
like
Yeah, I
catching
guess
up.
so.
Yeah, it's like they're always like 10 years like behind, and yeah.
Because I noticed what I noticed is that like yeah, like they're like about half-ish a generation behind because I noticed a
Mm.
lot of the like early 2000 Gen Zs use a lot of like black millennial lingo and they act like it's something new and I'm like this is high school
So,
lingo. Y'all are using my high school lingo.
yeah,
I don't know what to
we
tell you.
have to. Yeah, no, like these are our
Like
scraps.
they say bomb a lot.
Oh
Bomb?
my
Like,
They say
god.
is it a
bomb
bomb?
and then they say
Well, no, it's not
real
even the bomb. It's just bomb, or it'll
bomb.
be like they say it like weird, like almost like
They say it
No.
weird.
but like almost like bomb, but like they kind of add like a e
Like it's a
sound
noun, right?
to it.
Um,
It's just a bomb.
Bum. It's just really,
it's dumb. It's
I
dumb.
don't know. It sounds
I
like a
don't know.
bone.
It's awful.
Right. It's foolish.
Oh my
That's,
god.
I don't language.
They love. Oh God, yeah.
You fucking hate to see it.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, on depressing news,
Oh sure,
On
yeah.
depressing news,
What you got? Depressing or on pressing?
tariffs will be going into effect tomorrow. 25% tariffs have been added to Japan. I believe Korea, pretty much all
Oh,
the places that you love and hold dear.
oh,
but it's
Everything
just for
is
like auto
all
parts
everything
or
is
your
something
going to go up.
all your Wii
like
products.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's just gonna
right.
be
Yeah,
fucked.
fuck.
Like
Why
I
is the
already
fucking
was like, yeah, let
Wii
me go
coming
ahead and make
out?
an I'm going to make a purchase tonight so it can be delivered tomorrow so I can still have today's prices. Cause
Mhm.
like, yeah, you got me fucked up if you get I'm gonna pay $50 for a bag of rice.
But
Ooh,
but but but
that's
what
what
about the short-term pain for long-term gain? We're gonna be the richest country in the world again. I mean, even though we were already the richest country, we're gonna be the richest country in the world again somehow.
Oh my
We're
God.
richer than we were before. Aren't you excited
We are
though?
in more
Aren't you?
debt than we were before. We're
Oh
in
man,
debt.
but it's gonna be short-term something for long-term gain for well, not for you or me or anyone on this call, but for people at the top, the people that own us. They're gonna
For
make so
who?
much money. It's gonna be so great, and then that's gonna trickle down to us, the
Oh,
peons. Can't you? Are you excited to the trickle? It's finally gonna kick in. It never worked before, but it's gonna work this time. It's
really?
gonna happen.
Is it?
And, you know,
It's
it's
good
just
to be
logic. I
optimistic.
don't have any
I
no
appreciate your
facts or anything like
optimism.
that. Yeah, it's I can't wait because it's totally gonna work this time. It's
Okay.
totally this failure model is going to actually take us somewhere.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't want to pay $50 for a bag of rice.
I might just start burning stuff down. I'm
Gotta start
sorry.
shopping in house.
Hey, you know. Which also, like, I've always kind of wondered, like, with gardening and stuff like that, how do people like sustain themselves off gardening? I don't know if we talked about this beforehand, but like, if I'm growing like tomatoes like once every like month or so, like, how do you like fit that into your like regular rotation? You know?
You grow lots of tomatoes and you grow other things also, and you grow things you eat seasonally also. So like you don't
Okay.
expect to eat
You kind of
tomatoes
just
year
eat what's
round.
around.
You eat tomatoes when tomatoes grow, and then you eat squash when squash grows, squash because
Mhm.
squash is a great winter crop. And then you eat like beans when they grow, you eat fruit when they you eat things as they grow seasonally, and you grow a variety of different things continuously.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. All right
And
then.
also like
And you
it's
store beans, you store dry food,
Or beans. Okay.
beans,
That makes
mm,
sense.
oats, rice, stuff like that.
Shit, might have to
And
be
dry
in the
things,
farming
dry and
era,
pickled
you
things,
know. Good to know. Good to know.
freeze dry.
All right. Yeah, I've just always kind of been like, I've always kind of like wondered about that. Like when people like, if you like work in an office or something like that, people are like, oh, I started a garden or something like that. It's like you better eat like one tomato a month, like for the rest of your life. Like, what's going on with you,
God.
bud? But the
Yeah,
whole
it's
like,
gonna be crazy.
You grow potatoes pretty continuously in like a bucket in your house.
You can grow potatoes in the trash can, literally.
Yeah. Hmm.
hey, so I
I
mean,
just
potatoes
lined
fill you
a
up.
trash can or lined a bucket with a trash bag and fill it with potatoes and dirt. Cut up potatoes and
Yep.
dirt. Boom. Potato.
Okay, yeah, I
Yep.
got a
Potatoes are very
potato
easy to grow.
like to go, and I'm still not my way through them. So fantastic. All right. Um. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to eat more filling foods anyway. So like, I feel like I eat like less. I got a sweet potato and I cut it in half. I couldn't finish the whole thing. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do with that other half. I mean, it's just gonna sit there like cooked
Eat it
for the rest.
tomorrow. Put it in the
Yeah, what do you
refrigerator.
think? Yeah, I guess I could put it in the
I
fridge.
don't want to.
I leave things out. I don't know. I don't like reheating things. I guess it's weird to me.
Yeah, I remember that conversation last
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Okay, so there you go. All right,
I
yeah,
do
we'll
remember,
roll.
I do remember that.
No good. No good.
Why don't you just buy
Nothing
smaller
good.
sweet potatoes?
Yeah, I thought I was gonna make fries out of them because I wanted to make like sweet potato fries, and I just never got around to it. I
Cut them
haven't
in half
wrote.
before you bake them.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is like getting them crispy, right? Because like you gotta like soak them in this like starch or something like that, and then like um oven, air fryer, that sort of thing. We're working on it. We're one recipe at a time. I fucked up that, or not fucked up, but I made the mac and cheese, and the mac and cheese is busting. That's really fucking good. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna toot my own horn. I discovered onion powder, changed the game.
Oh my
I put
God.
ketchup and
Do you
everything.
not talk to other humans throughout the week?
What do you need? I put garlic on shit, on garlic, paprika, whatever. But like onion powder, what do you need onion powder for? Apparently, you need it for everything because it tastes fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible. It makes me think I'm eating those. What is the chips with the onion chips, like I think like
Sour cream and
garlic.
onion dip.
Sour cream and onion. I couldn't think of the other thing. Okay, yeah, sour
Sour
cream and onion.
cream.
One of the best like kind of chip flavors. I mean, if we're getting into it, like that and barbecue. It switches between that and barbecue.
Hmm.
I was gonna say something and I like totally forgot.
I
That's
just
been happening a lot as of
yeah,
lately.
yeah,
It'll come back.
take your
Must
time
be the
with it.
weed.
It's like this that
But that's
THC,
true,
them cannabinoids.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Now I
Yeah.
haven't got like super stoned lately, but like I feel like one's coming. One's gonna be coming. I'm gonna be so stoned that I'm gonna be suspended in animation.
You're just gonna be sitting there like you're like, hey, what's up?
Well, do you do it every day? Do you smoke every day, or I mean, like
No, I don't smoke every day. I maybe might smoke once a week, maybe if that, or maybe once every 2 weeks. Because sometimes
Well,
I'll be honest. Sometimes I forget weed's a thing. I do. I just be in my own little zone sometimes, and sometimes I zone out without fucking weed. It's amazing. I don't need weed to like go into another universe. I can do that all on my own.
there you
So
go,
yeah.
meditation. Well, shout outs to it. But yeah, I mean, like if you smoke like every like once a week or something like that, then like it's like more special. I feel like. Like, I think
Honestly, I'll be quite honest with you.
I'm mostly like special
I
occasions now.
Yeah, I
or at
just
night.
unless I'm like super fucking stressed out, that's like when I really hit it, and I mean like for real fucking hit it. Because I'll be quite honest with you, even when I do smoke during the week, I do like maybe two little puffs. I don't really get fucked up on it. I get like
Microdose,
a little ooh, but that's about it. I'm still
Ooh.
that's about
Color
it.
a little bit brighter. Okay, all right, here you go. But yeah, no, I mean, I feel like that's the way to do it. That's the way to like kind of like properly, not properly, but I mean, like that's the way to like that's the best way to go
Regulate,
about it.
manage.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you don't want to be like codependent on it, and then like
yeah.
I need to smoke
Everybody
before I do everything.
hell yeah.
I'm about to go
I
to
know
the
some
store. I
people
need to
like that.
smoke.
They'd be like, "Oh no, light that shit up before you want me to do anything," and I'd be like, "Okay, okay."
I
Go
can't
to the store, light it up.
function.
Better go see a movie, light one up.
Light it
Light
up.
one up, homie.
About to
I
move this heavy ass furniture into this house. Light it up.
and it's like, damn, don't you like? Ain't that gonna be harder though?
Yeah,
I
I
mean, I guess
just
some people make it work. Some people are like, I guess, like just built for it. I guess I don't know how they do it.
I mean, eventually, you build a tolerance to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know how
yeah.
much you like intake in a
mm.
Sure.
certain period of time, and then just you need more and more. And
Yeah.
then it's just your body's just saturated in it.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you become like of the weed, like you're like in it.
Because
But I
like
mean, I guess like some things I just don't like to be high for, you know? Like I mean, I guess like you're saying like, like smoking to like go to work or something like that, or smoking to like lit some like lighten up before you do a bunch of stuff. I don't like to be high in like in a working exercise environment in which I have to do tasks. I like to just kind of like I'm either gonna be playing video games or watching something, and that's it. Like I don't want to be like responsible for shit. Like I don't know if I gotta take a phone call, God forbid. Like
hello,
My friend
hello.
said she used to work for a call center. She said like her and her damn manager would get blitz working at the call center. But
I
on
mean, if
some
you're
real
doing
shit,
something that's like repetitive, that's
yeah.
you're just gonna be
And then
doing
you're
over and
dealing
over
with
and over and
people
over
who
and
are
over
yelling
again.
and screaming at you and shit.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, you need to have that shit.
Uh,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure. For some people, yeah, for
you're
some
just like
people,
making phone calls and putting up with people's BS on the phone. Shit.
that's
Be
true.
high
Like
as
talking to
lit,
someone on the
litty
phone, they could
lit.
be mad at me. They could be like, not, there's so much to like consider. I don't know. I'm also not very like cognizant when I'm high. Like, I'm not very like
You're like,
receptive.
huh? Are you
You
angry?
know what's interesting
They're like,
though?
what?
Like,
Like,
because I'm a bigger person, I'm a biggin. I definitely went and got a drug test. And I don't know why this happens with me. Even when I do partake in marijuana, when I go for the drug test, it never shows up. I don't know why.
hey, that's a superpower. That's kind of
It's
cool.
weird. It doesn't show up. Like
You do
I've
have to have
been
like a certain concentration in your body for it to show up on
even,
your test.
even but I know I took it to the head a couple of times before I even went in there and I still it did nothing. Nothing.
I mean,
Hey,
it's not really how much you take right before the test, it's how much you use it up to the test, like the
Mm,
days and the weeks. Because like
yes, I'm not consistent.
if you like take a few hits right before a test, it's not going to show up. But like if you're using regularly for like weeks up to, then yeah, then it has time to store into your body and get down into like your renal system and come out in your urine.
Ah,
Like
okay. So I don't
if you
smoke
take
enough
a
for
if
that
it's
to
a, if it's a
happen.
pee test and you take a couple hits, it's not going to show up in your pee right then. Like it's going to take time, and you need more of it to like show up.
So that makes a lot of sense why I never get like they never see anything. They never because I'll tell my doctor be like, oh yeah, I do marijuana, and then he'll be like, you sure? Because it's nothing in your blood system. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah, it's a concentration.
okay, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
sure,
Now, if like
yeah.
if they do like a mouth swab test, they might pick some up, but like it's like a saliva test, they might pick it up. But
Do they really do that?
hmm some places,
So, right?
mostly for like employment places.
Mm.
If it's like really
Like
that deep, but
who?
most by far and large, most people do like a urine test.
But are they really still like doing marijuana now? Since a lot of it, I mean, I know for certain jobs and certain like professions, you probably have to get it done. But like, is that still like the standard base for everything now?
I don't think so. I think it just depends on what you're doing. Like if it's like a
Hmm.
federal position or like something medical or something where
Hmm.
like something where you could like put somebody's life in
In
like
danger.
jeopardy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I
Mhm.
don't think in general, no. I'm gonna just kind of say no. In places where it's
Yeah.
legal anyway.
But you know what's actually kind of funny about federal jobs and people who work like I guess higher positions in federal, they don't ever do drug testing. They don't ever do drug testing.
They're not
Well,
putting
I think
they don't care.
Think what you're in
I
it,
mean
yeah. I mean, what,
like yeah, because
what's the
once you
number?
got staying in the game, but why really? I feel like it's
Once
for a certain
you
G.
get to a certain height of a certain echelon, then people do crazy drugs. Like
Yeah, most Congress,
then
most
people
of
do
Congress is
crazy
on like,
drugs at a certain level. Like They go after they criminalize people
Yeah.
for drugs at like low levels for the most part. Like you get at a certain height, people are doing all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And well known. And you don't get fired for it either when they find out, you know?
No,
I
because they're
like
doing it too.
what is it? The Secretary of Defense or something like that? What is it? Pete, whatever his name is,
They're
Pete
all
Pence.
doing cocaine, all of them.
He was like caught
I guarantee you. I guarantee you they are all doing cocaine.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's
Whiskey
the
and
name of the game.
cocaine. I mean, even Pink said it in her song, Dear Mr. President, so you know.
It's common knowledge.
It just bees
Yeah,
like
Bush
that.
was getting it in. Bush was getting it in back in the day, like
Like they
for
were
real,
just
for
bitching
real.
about
Probably.
Obama. Who was it? Who didn't inhale? Was that Clinton? I don't remember who it was. I did not
Oh,
inhale. Was that
was
Clinton?
it like
I
was
don't
that
remember.
Kamala or was that like Hillary? I think that was like one of the
Maybe it
recently
was
late.
Clinton. I don't know. But they just didn't like him because like all them people do drugs.
Yeah,
I did not
by nature
inhale.
of being the American president, you know, you're not really like super like good, great person, maybe. But, you know, whatever. The nature.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta feed
Feel like
Sam.
any when you get to that type of level,
Battle.
you do not have clean hands. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. You got some blood on your hands.
More
I
than
mean, just by nature of the job, you'll have like blood on your hands. I mean,
Mhm.
like even before, I mean, regardless of before you get there, after you get there, you definitely responsible for killing like a fuck ton of people. I mean, unless you're like the anti-war president, which
in
none of them
ways
have ever been.
contributing to
So
systems that do.
yeah,
That too.
like you fuck up by accepting the job in general. Like you're not going to.
You are
I mean,
not
I guess you're not
complicit
going
in
to
war.
heaven, but like you know, whatever. I mean, regardless of whatever.
Because dismissal is also omission.
Lies by mission, yeah,
Hmm?
that gotta do it. Like
You're
technically, you know, yeah, yeah, heavy shit.
But anywho, you know, now we got
Hey,
all that. Let's talk about some happy shit like rainbows and sprinkles.
What are we
what
gonna
is
cosplay for
the rest?
WordCon next year?
What? Oh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What's it called?
Or Otakon? What are we
The hotel.
cosplaying?
Man, that's a fucking good ass question. I really
Damn,
want to be a planeteer.
Oh yeah, you mentioned you talked about Planeteer, being a Planeteer.
that'd be pretty good. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. I'm still on my simple cosplays, so like Sanji from One Piece, you know, one of the people from Chainsaw Man, Public Safety, tie, white shirt, maybe a little couple blood
Hey,
splatters on.
at least it's a cosplay.
Yeah.
I
I'm
want to be
representing.
this like witch girl from Honkai Star Rail. Her name is the Herta, and she has the most prettiest witch costume ever. But like, do I feel confident to make that shit by hand? Fuck no. But
Well, it's all about trial and error.
You
Right.
know.
I don't know. I was thinking like for like girly cosplays, I was thinking about Herta. I was also thinking about commissioning someone to do my Nail Queen Serenity dress and actually being Nail Queen
You
Serenity.
totally could.
Not gonna lie though,
Mhm.
that shit, like I just already fear the makeup I'm gonna get on that white ass dress. Like, it's gonna fucking suck.
In the heat.
And like, yeah, I'm just
White
kind of like,
stain. Like, ugh.
I'm not trying to like I already melted just last year. Like I know that shit was yeah.
WordCon is the beginning of March, though.
BlurCon, no, now that might be a possibility. Nail Queen Serenity might be for that bitch.
Hmm.
Um,
I was freezing. FYI.
really, I will love it.
That wind
Where
was
was it
some,
again?
that wind was some bullshit.
There you go. Well, okay. Well, that's good to know, though. I mean, I burn hot, so it's nice to know that it'll be cool when we get out there.
I thought you were gonna do a Sailor Saturn cosplay at one point.
Oh,
I do. I Sailor Saturn is still on the list. It's not high on the list, but it is on the bucket cosplay list. Hmm.
Well, whenever you actually do that cosplay, please let me know. I will get my Sailor Moon cosplay together. I have to fucking redo the whole goddamn thing again, but it's all right.
Hmm.
I have the red boost this time though.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit came 3 months after fucking Otakon. I was
3
like, for real
months.
though? 3 fucking months after Otakon. I was like, ain't this about a bitch? Okay.
That shit sucks. You hate to
But I
see
got it.
All right, there you go. For future reference,
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
want a Power Ranger so bad.
Why don't you just buy the whole power? But you said you will never wear spandex, so I don't know how you're gonna do that.
Yeah,
Never say
I
never.
mean, if my face is covered, I mean, and also, listen, I work out now, so I mean, like, yeah, anything's possible. So,
You're
Okay,
open
go
to
ahead.
spandex.
yeah,
Pop
I
off,
mean,
King.
listen, if my face is covered and like in the body,
No one knows it's you in spandex. People way worse spandex, but I guess this is your comfortability. So
hey, listen,
what's comfortable?
we're trying. We're willing. I'm willing to put or I wanted to kind of like do like a mech costume, like one of those big ass like mech costumes. Like I feel like that'd be kind of fun. But I feel like you couldn't do stuff.
Be a
from, like,
Gundam.
yeah, or like one of the Sentai mechs. You're being the fucking Power Ranger like Megazord with the fucking cloak. That's
You could be the
cool.
Megazord with the cloak, and that
Yeah.
way you would only need like the hat and then the cloak,
There you go.
the
I
helmet,
mean,
the head.
it's a possibility. It's on the list, I guess. If that's the thing. I just gotta get a 3D printer because I see like that's how they make the helmets, and that's what I'm like.
You can just make it
Like,
out of foam.
Yeah.
Foam is pretty
I have
big.
EVA phone. I still don't really know how to work with EVA phone. Like I have a nice big wad of it, and I bought a heat gun, but apparently I thought the heat gun like is what makes it hard, but apparently it's not.
I think the heat gun just bends it.
Yeah, you can bend it, but
Like-
you also need it's like liquid cement to actually pay over it to make it hard like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't do. I thought it was the heat that actually like once it like you heated it, you kind of formed it with how you wanted to, let it go. I thought it hardened like that. No, it doesn't.
No.
So
I've been watching
I'm
more
not gonna like
armor videos.
yeah. It's not for the weak minded. I will say that. You got to make sure you have some time and dedication for that son of a bitch.
It's a project. It's a project. They look fun.
Yeah.
They look fun.
It does. It looks it's fun.
I'd be down to do like some kind of like mech suit or something in the future.
Probably feel like hella accomplished once it's like done too, because like it's just
Just like
I'm not gonna
all
lie.
the little pieces.
The only mech I would ever want to be is Ray Earth. That's it.
Hey, that's cool too. Yeah,
I will only be fucking Ray Earth.
and
I would
deep
totally
cut.
be one from Bubblegum Crisis.
Hell yeah, we should be like next one year. If we can unlock this whole foam thing, we could do a whole mech.
All right. Spring goals. We're all gonna be mechs one year. We said it today, April 2nd,
I like mechs,
2025.
so
We're all gonna be mechs one year.
we're all gonna be mechs one year. I'll go with that. All mech things are okay with me. I just gotta figure out the logistics, I guess.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're working on it. I mean, like I don't know, and I always like see really cool like creative like Sentai stuff like every year or something like that. Like they had the like one like they're like Power Rangers, but they're like also in like samurai armor too. Have you seen those guys before? Where it's kind of like, well, I guess it's kind of random. I thought they might be a BlurredCon actually, because like all the dudes I saw were like black, so it's like they had like they had like a White Ranger one, they had like a Green Ranger one.
There were a lot of Power Rangers at BlurredCon.
It's a phenomenon for a reason.
There were a lot of Power Rangers. I think they had a Ranger photo shoot too. I'm not sure, but
they usually do. Like thankfully, it's kind of gotten like a lot more popular. I remember back in like 2006, whatever. It was like really hard to come by, but like with the now everything's so open, you can find Sentai stuff everywhere. You can find Tokusatsu stuff everywhere.
No one can stop me and my power bow.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I was a kid. Pterodactyl! I need dinosaur power now!
And then they switched to the Thunderzord. Pterodactyl, I need Firebird.
Pterodactyl, Firebird, Thunderzord power! I know.
Yeah.
Man, I know all of that shit. It's so ingrained in me. I can't even fucking like fake not knowing it. I know how to do all the moves and everything. And oh my god.
It's great.
Oh, remember the shit in the turbo?
Oh yeah, shift in.
Oh yeah.
It's great.
I like Zeo Rangers was that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I love Zeo Rangers. See
Because
what
that
you
was the first time
want.
they changed the
Pink.
costume. That was
Yes.
great.
I
They
was
got a
like,
costume upgrade. Yeah, like oh, we're
yes.
doing something. Did you know? You probably didn't. Maybe because this is the shit that I hyperfixate on. Okay, so original Power Rangers, right? We got 3 seasons of the Zeo Ranger suits because like Haim Saban, the guy who brought it from Japan, he didn't think that the kids, us, would like resonate with new suits. That's why the Power Rangers didn't get new suits till Zeo. And like, despite the fact that there were other seasons that they were pulling footage from, he's like, oh well, the kids are like dumb. They don't fucking like the new costumes. They want to see the old costumes. So we had 3 seasons of like bullshit, and we didn't get the Die Ranger suits because like it was apparently gonna fuck with their money. So we could have had new suits a long time ago. And it just like I don't know,
Oh,
stupid
they did
bull-
give us the ninja one. When the ninja shit came out, I thought that shit was fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, right. See, yeah,
Yeah.
new suits is cool, but like, nah, what's called the Alien Rangers. They tried that. Like, it was apparently 10 episodes long. I didn't realize
I
that.
remember the Alien Rangers, and I remember being very upset with that whole shit. I was like, where the fuck is Catherine? Where the fuck is Jason? Where
Yeah,
the
what are
fuck
you
is
doing,
who's
right? Yeah.
these niggas? I was
They
like,
were
who
turned
the
to
hell?
children.
Man, and I'll never forget that. Then Billy just went off. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go off to space now. Thanks, it's been great." And I
And
was
they
just
kind of
like,
unceremoniously wrote him off the show because he was getting bullied
"I
behind
know
stage.
they treated him like shit on some real shit. Like he should have been. I hate to say.
He put up with a lot, which
I was
I
gonna
guess
say
like
something
I
really
will.
fucked up, but I don't want to say it.
Oh, well, no.
I was gonna say something really fucked up, but I'm not gonna say it. But you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, he should have been that one disgruntled worker that came back and handled business. If you catch my drift.
Sure, yeah. Well, I mean, he got the last laugh because he got to be in the last season as like a main, like he got to be in the last season as like the mentor character for all the other kids. So he got his like he was I guess wrote some of it too. I want to say he's running the show, but he's played some
Awesome.
important parts as the like series is going on, and I'm sure those Teamsters are all dead now. Died of heart attacks and shit, So hey,
Well, damn.
who wins in the end?
Well,
They
damn.
keep alive.
You know what? This is totally random, but Johnny on Bosch, I think he's still like amazingly like hot. I think even to this day, I don't
Sure.
even know how old he is. How like
Johnny Young Bosch. It doesn't matter how old he is. He's a cool guy.
he's hot. He's
Sure.
hot. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think. I ain't gonna lie. Even I ain't gonna. Jason, when he first was on the fucking Power Rangers, oh my god, that was a beautiful fucking man. I don't know, like. I mean, yeah, he's older now. He's definitely aged, and he just looks like a daddy type. But anywho, but no, like seriously, no. I thought Jason was really cute.
Sure, yeah.
Even Cardenas, the one who played Rocky, I
Oh,
thought
Rocky,
I was
yeah.
so in love with Rocky. I don't even know why. I was like, oh my God. I was sitting there like 12 too, and I was like, this is an issue. This is a problem. I already knew. I was like, yep. I was like, yep. I like boys.
What's with all these
Yeah.
hot men on this show?
Yeah. Yeah. And I was just like, because it was there. It's just like, oh my God. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they just don't make men like they used to back in the day because they were so like youthful and like pretty and just like, but also
That's
still
full of
like
microplastic
manly,
and
still
metal, heavy
manly and
metal.
masculine.
I feel
But
like I
now-
feel like the men were like harder back then. Like
They
they're
also
not, like,
weren't,
soft
like-
now.
But they were so
Inside, they
pretty
were
and harder,
outside,
and
in
they
the
make you
sun.
feel safe. And they was like, they would be like, no, I wouldn't knock a nigga head off for you. That's the kind of aura they gave off. And I just feel like now they'd be like, no, we'll just sue that nigga. That's the kind of
We will
energy
sue
they give.
him. I will call my lawyer for you, babe. Have him on speed dial.
I will get the
Oh,
manager for
he
you,
just got
girl.
knocked
Like,
out. Hold on. You wouldn't believe what I just seen.
Oh, shit.
Well, okay, I will say that I do kind of like the heroes of like yesteryear and stuff like that, like the chiseled kind of like tough looking guys of like way back when. Because like guys now are just like
we're men in tights. Yes.
yeah, a little bit. Because like they're all like I guess it's also because like I think it's because we're older too. Because like now all the heroes and they're like younger guys and they're like in their 20s and they're like kind of soft and it's like
The 25-year-olds are squishy. They're pretty squishy
yeah.
nowadays.
And it's like I'm
Yeah.
doing something now, so at the same time, I'm not
They're
gonna be like,
indoors. They're
wow, look at
indoors.
Yeah,
They're
because like
on there,
even
which is
yeah, because
yeah.
Jason, Billy, and all them, like they even like yeah, Billy was fucking cut. Like they were cut like a motherfucker.
Yeah. You had to have
Oh my god,
play the
especially the
game.
movie Power Rangers movie. Oh, they were in top tier condition. Top
That
tier. But I ain't gonna lie, even Amy Jo Johnson was like on some real shit. We did not get paid enough to do that shit. They were doing
no,
all their stunts by themselves. They were doing all that shit. She said she
they
almost killed
signed them
herself
up.
a couple
They
of
paid them
times.
before that movie like came out. They were contractually obligated to do the movie before like they did anything else. Yeah, it was like the show and the movie. You get it all in one go, and it's like they got paid like 50,000 a year or something like that for that or whatever. Like it was like chump change.
Yeah,
Especially
but
compared to
I'm
what they
sure they
made.
got some good perks though, at least.
hmm.
Hopefully.
They get to be Power Rangers for life. So that's, I mean, the Morphicons and all that. But I mean, you're still basically like a normal person that just like gets to
I
do
mean,
like
that's true.
that.
I'm
So.
trying to think who out of all the Power Rangers, who really made it?
Well, I mean, Amy Jo Johnson was in a lot of like stuff outside of Power Rangers. Like she was in like a
I feel
couple of
like she definitely like kind of pushed through because even the other Pink Rangers after her, they I mean like I remember them, but I like the only one I remember Catherine or the one who played Catherine because
Sure,
yeah I just
yeah.
remember being pissed off of that whole thing and then I like when she left I was just like
I'm done.
Yeah.
It's
and
over.
I wasn't
The
even done
magic is gone.
I was mad but I got over it quick I was like okay fine Catherine fine we'll make it work but
Yeah. But in the
yeah
past, it's
I
always kind of
just
been like that, like sort of like first step, I guess, for a lot of like actors, and like even then, it's
yeah.
first step onto like other stuff. Sometimes it puts a stigma on you because like, oh, you do like that goofy Power Ranger shit, you can't do
Oh yeah,
real
well
acting.
she did talk
Not
about that. She did
anymore.
say it was kind of
Oh,
hard. Like she
yeah,
was
you were
like
a Power
really
Ranger.
trying to disassociate herself
Yeah.
from that shit. I remember that.
But in
I know
Japan,
she
of
did.
course, you could like parlay that shit into all kinds of roles. They love it over there. That's
You know
part
what's
of
cool about
part of
Japan?
the process,
Like, okay,
America.
I watched this
Yeah,
this boy love drama called What Did You Eat Yesterday? I know it sounds bad. It's
sure.
not what you think,
That
but
sounds like I was
it's
gonna say
really
that
cute. It's
sounds like a
about these
typical like
no,
movie.
no, it's really cute. It's like these
Uh-huh.
like older, they're like middle-aged Japanese men, like old, maybe like early 40s or whatever, and they're
Oh
just trying to
yeah.
live their life and survive and shit. One's a lawyer and one's a hairdresser. There you go.
Okay,
Um,
sure,
but
Lawyer,
the
not even on speed dial in the house.
pretty much there you go. But pretty much the guy who plays the lawyer, he actually was in recently he was in this movie no not movie he was in this it was an Apple show. You know Apple has their own shows now.
yeah. I mean, I know
And
they have them. I never watch them, but I know that they exist. I'm not paying
yeah,
for
well
News.
they have one called Sunny and it has Rashida Jones in it.
Oh,
And she like her character goes to Japan. She's trying to because she's it's really kind of fucked up. She goes to Japan because she wanted to become a hikokomori, which
What's that?
you
is
can do
like
here.
you know what that is, right?
No.
It's like
Shut it,
I've
right?
heard that. I've
it's
heard that name
those
before, but I can't. It's
yeah, they're shut in. They kind of withdraw themselves from society and they
a
kind of
hermit,
like live like super
Yeah,
hermits. I mean like
yeah,
on crack.
hyper hermit.
That hyper
yeah.
hermit.
You
Hyper
gotta go to
super
Japan to do that.
saiyan 4
You do that
hermit.
here.
And but she basically did that and but she ended up meeting the guy who played in the boiler drama and it's yeah, apparently
Okay,
you can do gay shit, you can do some fucked up roles, you can whatever in Japan, and you still can get considered to do different things. Like it's
sure.
you know,
Well, that's very nice. That's very accepting.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's nice.
but yeah, no,
You
it's
are more than your character.
pretty
yeah.
much. But not in the United States. I feel like I ain't gonna lie. Let's be clear. I don't think Jake Gyllenhaal really ever bounced back from Brokeback Mountain. Let's be clear.
What?
Oh
No,
yeah.
Jake's been in like a lot of stuff. He's
I
on
mean, no,
Broadway
he's
right
been in
now.
stuff, but let's be clear. That is always lingering in the back of your fucking mind.
Jake
I guess-
Gyllenhaal and
You know,
Nigerian
listen,
Tate.
I mean, Brokeback Mountain was like a whole like event.
It was a
though. That like,
phenomenon.
a whole-
Yeah,
that was like a
pretty
thing that
much.
happened to like the whole like country at one point. Like,
Yeah.
I wish I could quit you. I didn't even watch the movie, and I know that line.
Oh shit.
I didn't even watch the movie. I know he was like cheating on his wife with his bro. Like, come on, like it's
Mm.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
one of
Like
those
it's
cultural milestone movies.
Yeah, but
Heath
here's the thing.
Ledger,
It's just
he was
I
there
really feel
too.
like they actually told a real fucking story, like a real fucking story that
I'm sure
actually
that's
fucking happened.
Yeah,
somewhat similar to a lot of people's stories.
probably
Shit.
happened. Yeah, absolutely. Wasn't it based off of like a novel or something
Them
like that?
cowboys was gay as hell, but they wasn't saying nothing about it.
Hey,
Married,
you got
It's
nothing but your
really
running
funny
on
bros
how
around.
eight.
like a lot of homosexuality is in a lot of people's cultures that they don't want to admit it, but
It's
it's
there.
there. It's
It's
fucking
human.
there.
The
It's
whole
human.
time. Animals
It
do
is
it too. Animals
it
are gay
is
too.
human. It is part of
Like,
our nature.
yeah. But like weird people
We
want to
just
be all like
we
huffy
can act
puffy
like it's
about it.
not.
Mad
The
people
ones that
been gay
it's just I
forever.
guess the thing that bothers me the most is like, especially like I feel like I'm not gonna name any names, but like people in positions want to make things very harder for the lower peon people of the rainbow gang or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And but yeah, they're doing the same
Go
shit,
bang
but it's because they're not
out.
affected. Yeah,
No. Yeah. They're there
yeah.
at
I'm
the
gonna do
top.
my
It's
closet
about
shit,
control.
and I'm gonna
If I get
stomp on everybody else.
if I get these people
Oh
each other,
no, 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 no,
then
no,
I
no.
don't. They
I
don't even
heard
think
this
of it.
really, really fucked up story. It's this white lady was talking about how her husband and would like have a group of friends and they would go for like their little boy vacations and stuff like that. And she didn't really think of it. I think she said, I think like the third or fourth time she followed them
Oh no.
and she went up there and it was like all the majority of the husbands in their fucking neighborhood went up there,
Naked.
found out where they were, saw them, they rented a room, they were all fucking each other,
Just a
all of
bro,
them,
just
all
the annual bro
and not
fellowship.
they were all like in
And
the
listen,
whole fucking same cul-de-sac, my nigga, like the same
hey, listen,
cul-de-sac, like
I can't, you can't just fuck anybody, listen, I might as well fuck my neighbor, all right, fucking random dudes from Milwaukee or whatever. Nah, just the dudes that I grew up around.
Yeah, she said that like she kind of like I think it was her and one of her other the wives from the whole thing busted in like gangbusters and they
No,
were
Boom.
yeah,
fucked up the party.
boom, pretty much.
Wow,
Boom. They were like and they were like, "What do you
what's
want? What
going
do
on
you
in
want?" They
here?
were like, "Yeah, we're getting the house. You're getting us alimony and you need to get the fuck out."
Get the fuck up out of
I
And
here.
mean, or
and
the
that's
option
exactly what
is there's
happened.
6 dudes here and we about to fuck you up and no one's gonna find the body. So what's up? Like, hey, listen, that's the options. You
And
could say no.
and on the real shit like but yeah. But that could go two ways because I did, and this is where my gangster fucked up mind comes at. If you make them do that, and like say you be like, oh yeah, you got to give me the house, all that, and then they, their secret, and they could be like, well, they could try to come and seek revenge on you later. So my thought process is, won't you just finish the job, get them over with, break them across the coals, and then like they can push flowers, and then you can have the money and start over
my
new.
my my spouse who found out that I was gay just happened to die of a heart attack out of nowhere, and it's wild. I'm hurt, but I mean, like, at least I got the bros with me to keep me
With
company,
No,
fingerprints around her neck.
and I got
I
my
was
house.
talking more to the women.
Oh,
I'm
okay, all
sorry.
right.
And now this time I'm running the no murk all them niggas. Okay, that's how I feel. Like
Line them up. Line them up.
Just toss a grenade into the party. Hey, listen, that's fine now.
no, on some real shit. Because I
You
guess
want
that's
like
always been like one big thing about me that I'm like with gay people like do that to their like spouses. If you're gay and you
don't fucking
take the
be
time to
gay,
fucking
bro. Man,
you
So what?
this
fucking ruin somebody
like
else's life, like don't do that. Don't do that.
for real.
It, it's really and I feel so bad for the women because it
Like
fucks with them so much, not just mentally, physically, psyche, everything. It's like it's just and that's hard to bounce back from. It
That's just
is.
and it
is
wastes
like
your life. And
completely
especially if
different
they have like
frequencies.
kids and stuff.
Mm.
Yes.
Like you gonna
What's
knock me
that?
up multiple times and lie to my face and like stay and like waste my time. I'm thinking like something's wrong with me, but you are actually out here like smashing your bros. That's the whole entire problem.
Yeah.
Nah, you did.
You gotta die.
You gotta die. You gotta die, nigga. It's over.
I'm 60 years old, and somebody's gonna have to die over this.
Somebody's gonna die today.
I
No,
had
we ain't doing this shit.
at my job, I had a coworker who was basically like, I guess he came out as gay like later in life. I found out only that because like he had a son, a whole ass like grown son, my age, and it was just kind of
Damn.
like I thought you were like, yeah, and it's just kind of like, yeah, with the wife. I think they still like fuck with each other and stuff like that. I think it's just all you got to really talk to people. You really got to fucking talk to people. I guess
You gotta talk to people. You gotta
if you find
stalk
out that that's the
people.
case later on, huh?
Like, you gotta talk to people. You gotta stalk people.
Well, I mean, you at least okay. In order to have it be amicable and be like, okay, like I'm not gonna kill you. We're not gonna fight over this. We're just gonna be like, co-parenting or something like that, and we're just gonna still be in each other's lives and shit like that. Like it takes a lot of communication. But
Okay,
like,
see, this is what I don't understand. This is what I do not understand.
sure.
Why can't you just go find some lesbians to marry? If you want to play that whole like fake straight shit, why do you have to go find a straight woman who and lie to her and make her believe that you love her and want to be with her? Why don't you just go find some lesbians who want to hide too? And then y'all can all marry each other and then y'all can still all like be with your girlfriends and boyfriends.
Oh,
Like,
sure. Well, I mean, I think the thing is
why?
like it's societal, right? Because it's
Well,
like
I think there's actually
you don't want
people
to be
who
the
do
pariah
that.
for being what's up.
I think there's actually people who actually really do that. Like,
I'm
for
not sure
real.
what
Or
the
either that, I know
lavender
there's a
marriages
lot of
are.
people like
Are you talking
women
about
will marry their
marriage?
gay best friends because so they can get the marriage benefits and shit like that. Like straight up.
We're talking about just like marrying people just to like for like the benefits. Like, you
Like
get
just for benefits. Like not just
sure,
like
that's too.
yeah, like
Hi, Mr.
I've
James.
actually seen a couple of stories like that. Not
Sure.
even to hide that they're gay. They was like, no, I'm gay as fuck, but I'm gonna marry my best friend because she's here. We need to pull our funds
We
together,
need
and we
You
want to
get
make
paid
sure.
somehow. So like,
Hey,
the
yeah.
tax
All you
break.
gotta do is go down to the place and like get it like written up and stuff like that. Like marriage ain't
pretty
nothing.
fucking much.
It's a business
Pretty
Yeah.
contract.
much.
It's a tax write off.
But also, like, yeah, marriage in itself is just a business contract. That's all it is, really.
Yeah. Sell your daughter.
That's really.
Yeah. A little bit. I hate to take I hate to take the pageantry out of it, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's just like a sort of like business
Pageantry is
transaction.
masking
Um,
the business contract.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
a lot of, and it's a business. That's why like wedding venues cost like thousands of dollars and shit like
Shit.
that. That's why you built up all this tradition around it because like a lot of motherfuckers are getting paid. A lot of people are charging way extra for that cake, that nasty cake, that rum and fucking raspberry cake that I had that one time. I didn't know where the fuck, but somebody paid $10,000 for that cake. Nasty as fuck. But
We
like,
get
hey,
some
listen,
a series of box cakes, bake them bitches, and stack them on top of each other.
exactly. I can make a cake. I can fuck up a cake my own. It doesn't even gotta look good. It just gotta taste good. But anyway, pay $10,000 for a nasty cake. Good for the cake person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. I hate
But
fondant. I'm
people
just gonna
get
throw it out
paid.
there. I hate fondant, and it should be eradicated from like
Fondant,
culinary everything. I hate it.
Is that the hard stuff? Is that the stuff that you like? They shape into things. Like it's
That
like when they
nasty like covering that they put on the outside of cakes.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
not.
okay.
It's not like they. It looks like frosting. Not
But
frosting.
it's like
It's
Oh.
like a sheet of something edible that they use to like mold and like shape the outsides of cakes, and it's disgusting.
I never tasted.
I've seen it, but yeah, I don't think I've ever like.
Yeah.
No one's had the audacity to bring that to any function that I've been to. But I do know what you're talking about.
It's
Yeah.
horrible. It's literally
It's-
awful. It's an abomination.
Sure,
grief.
yeah. There's some nasty fucking wedding cakes out there. I don't know why. I think people just kind of like have this like full like this like instinct to like go off and like show their ass when it comes to like wedding cakes and stuff like that. Like for some
Because
reason,
they want it to look better than it tastes.
maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
They want
I
this
feel like
big fancy like thing, and then like
yeah.
to look at, and then it's
It's
disgusting.
that. It's either like
For all of that, they might as well just get like 500 cupcakes and just have them circle each other.
What I'm
and then-
saying.
I might take
I
the
think-
cupcake. I might take the
What's the
cupcake.
point? I don't want nasty food at a wedding.
shitty part about it is just the
Oh yeah, I
grind.
went
Though.
to
It's a
Nora's wedding. That
grind.
food was nasty. Like,
Like most weddings have nasty food. Most weddings have nasty food. I'm gonna say it. I'm sorry.
Now, I'm trying to remember the wedding I went to that actually had good shit. Like I don't.
you can't,
You and Barbara Sweet, you
you
can't.
cannot,
You can't.
cannot think of a wedding that
Yeah,
you've
I
been
can't
to
even.
where the food was not disgusting.
Now I didn't go to these weddings like personally, but I've heard some Trey Ghetto weddings. Like I'm like they serve
Sure.
KFC at the weddings.
But
Like
You know
KFC
what?
tastes
Hey,
good though.
hey,
But KFC tastes fucking great.
it
I
does.
think
Like on some real shit. And this is fuck. I don't
you act
give a
like you
fuck.
wouldn't
I
go
would
to a
take that
wedding
shit
with
out the box and
KFC.
I would plate that shit up on
I would
some
take
pretty
fucking
ass crystal
KFC.
Dollar Tree
No, you
plate.
would go to that
Okay.
KFC wedding and look at that KFC chicken at that wedding.
That'd be the memorable wedding too. You know, that'd be the one. Like,
And
oh,
I
I
went to
would
this
eat
wedding. They had a bunch of KFC there. It was lit. Had
yeah,
cheese
hell
and everything.
Yeah.
Had plastic mashed potatoes and gravy. Please.
yeah. Oh, mashed potatoes and gravy. The word meatballs, I hate. If you
Oh
hate
my god, I hate meatballs at events.
meatballs
When I go to
suck
events,
so
they bust out
fucking
meatballs.
Oh
Marks,
my
your phone.
god.
hard. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
shit's ass. The wedding is just
I'm
where
just
people
gonna
go out
leave
and
at that
like,
point.
test out that-
Now, weddings but open bar.
Okay,
now
okay, okay. If there's an open bar, that makes the
I
food taste
fuck
more
the
tolerable.
food.
Okay.
I'm wasted. I can't taste the nasty.
Like I need food at that point, so I'll take anything. Yeah.
Yep.
But I've been like an absolute fucking train wreck at some like open bar weddings. That's like pretty bad. Like just slur my words, like
Just
you know
on
what
the
I'm saying?
table, and
Yeah,
you're
sloppy dancing too. When they do the line dance, and you're just kind of like,
Oh my god.
yeah,
I
that's
haven't been to it. You know what? I don't think
it's a mess.
I'm trying to remember the last time I actually went to a wedding. I
can't remember honestly.
don't
I
think
think Tim.
I don't think I ever.
Tim was the last wedding I've been to.
Maybe,
I got several
yeah.
kids now. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
They got two other
I don't
kids.
think I've actually been to a wedding as a full grown adult.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that, but like, I don't think I've ever been.
What
When
is
y'all get married so we can go to your wedding
that?
and don't have bad food.
Right.
Actually, a couple of
Oh,
my
I'm
friends who
deep
did
away.
got married did not invite me, and now we're no longer friends. So yeah,
Oh damn.
but
Yeah.
it is what it
I
is.
mean, like you didn't have a wedding either. You didn't have a wedding.
But yeah.
No wedding.
yeah.
You didn't invite nobody.
Where's our
Man,
kid?
I had a ceremony. It wasn't even a ceremony. That shit wasn't even. That shit was a.
There's three of us
paper
here, and one
signing
of us is
event.
married, and it's not me.
A paper
When are you gonna
signing
renew your
event.
vows? Let's go. Like I want a party. I want some
Yeah, no.
Chipotle catering. You know what's up?
Chipotle catering? Did you just say
Yeah,
Chipotle
yeah.
catering? That's funny as shit. Funny.
Curry.
Yeah, where's what you got a
That's
barbecue?
what it would be at my wedding. It would be curry, gyoza, fucking
But
Japanese
good,
style
though.
cheesecake.
That's a
Oh
good
my
food.
god.
I will eat curry at a wedding.
Yeah,
Oh,
if it
that would be
tastes
so
good,
good.
you know. Hey, listen, my kingdom
Also-
for good food at a wedding is all I'm saying. You know,
Mhm.
funerals.
Yeah, somebody
mean,
get
I
married.
get it that,
Phil,
like, a
find,
family
find,
member
find
dies,
someone to
but-
get married. Hurry up.
I mean, we're working on it. You know, I'm not. Lately, but
Are you? Hmm.
Put a couple resumes out there. You know, I mean, we'll see how it goes.
They have a tag along.
Right. Listen, I got some friends. You want to just like get married real quick so we can have this wedding, you know?
We just want to have a party. We get married
Yeah.
real fast. Okay, cool.
Be like those terrible like info things on TikTok and Instagram. How they those like stories like I'm rich and I have to marry someone, and if I don't marry someone, I don't get my inheritance. So I need you to be my wife, and out of nowhere. And they're like, okay. And they make a full blown like fucking drama out of that shit. It's quite
Oh,
amazing.
word? I mean, I guess,
Yeah.
yeah, it has to happen somewhere. So, yeah, it makes total sense. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, can they get a divorce? I mean, I guess it just depends.
Yeah,
on the
it's like a fake marriage. They'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna marry you for this amount of time. I'll take care of all your expenses, blah blah. And after that, we're getting divorced. That's pretty much
Ah,
how they be
cool.
like kind of fronted the whole story.
Sign a prenup. Yeah, right. There you go. That's
Hey, just get that
complicated. I didn't
inheritance.
know people were. I was gonna say I didn't know that people were still into it, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I guess people still do that like rom-com shit where it's like you have to marry someone by this age to get like my inheritance and all that. And it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, like that's just cartoony shit. Like people still doing
it's not
cartoon shit
though.
on here.
That's
Like it's
trust fund
wild.
shit.
I guess so. It's just
You
like,
cannot
yo,
have the family's wealth if you are just fucking off. Like
it's just so funny that that's like still like happening.
sometimes they're like, you have to have like a first child before you get it. Like secure
Yeah.
the legacy, secure the
Wow.
bloodline, whatever.
You gotta continue it, right? Can't be a trust fund
Yeah.
if there's no more kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But damn, we still
Oh,
out here
he
doing that
gave
Walmart
Billy
shit.
his inheritance, and Billy squandered it, and now the family is in poverty.
Right, exactly. Now the legacy.
No heirs.
He spent it all on
Hilarious.
cocaine in
He
his
spent
20s.
it all on cocaine.
Or crypto. Oof. Yikes.
Oh,
Poor
Probably,
kid.
most likely, probably cocaine.
But what a hell of an inheritance to spend, you know? Cocaine weekend. I ain't got no money, so I don't gotta worry about that. And no kids, so I definitely don't gotta worry about
I
that.
ain't got no panties on. Ain't got no panties on. I ain't got no panties on the dance floor. Sorry, that should be low. That's a super throwback.
I don't even know that one. I never heard that one before.
Have you heard the new Kesha T-Pain hit?
Oh my God,
In
no, I have
2025?
not.
The 2025 Kesha T-Pain drop.
Oh, get out of town. All right, sure, yeah. I mean, I'm here for mostly anything T-Pain does. Yeah, I like
Yo,
It's
I saw
pretty
this
good.
black man get on TikTok and he was like, we are in some dark times when one, nobody dances anymore. Two, white girls are making good music. White girls are making good music. What the fuck is going on?
That's
And
what
then
made
like
good
it's
music in the past.
Yeah.
no, but the way he was like,
Yeah.
no, these white girls are actually like they're actually dancing and singing and doing all none of this little and little
Pink.
no.
Hello, Pink.
Yeah,
Avril
Pink.
Lavigne?
We had a whole like thing with Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and
Christina
But that was like
Aguilera?
almost like 20 years ago.
What's her
I'm
face?
just saying it's not new.
Yeah, but like it's like a cycle. Like we went
I'm not
for a
telling
time
you.
period
So
where
we
they
reached the
got
cycle where they're
mediocre.
making good
Like,
music and dancing again.
yeah, pretty much. We have entered the cycle where they're
I was
making
like,
good
am I
music.
the only one that saw the Lady Marmalade video? Come on.
All right, yeah, that was a banger.
Apparently, that's what it is. We are in the cycle now. We are in the era
We've
now
reached
of white
full
girls are
circle.
making
Now we're back
music.
in high
Go
school.
And
around the
like,
circles,
yeah, black people aren't making no booty shaking, no
Black people said
twerking
that we
music
opted
anymore.
out.
We are done.
We're
Like
shaking ass
it is
in
literally
isolation.
basic.
The general
No,
public is no
yo,
longer
no. I
involved.
just saw a video. Basically, it was like while the whole world is burning, black people are learning a new line dance. I think I sent that to one.
Yeah,
Did you see
I've seen like
There you
several
go.
different versions of that video. And I was like, you damn Skippy.
Listen, progress stops for nobody, you know. Progress just keeps
Stay
going.
out them
All
streets.
right, you got to innovate in these fucking times.
Out the streets, in the
Hell yeah.
streets, in the clubs,
Yep.
on the block.
Everybody, and make sure y'all stay your asses in the house on the 5th.
What's the fifth?
Fifth, yeah.
You didn't
what's
hear
wrong?
that? Apparently, there's going to be some type of fucking march on the 5th or whatever.
Oh, I'm not
And
going
they've
to
been
March.
baiting.
I don't go
Who's
to
marching?
marches.
They've been baiting black people to come and try to do that or be like,
Please,
oh no, we need to
please
stand
march,
up. We
black
need to do all
people.
this. No,
Please, nobody else give a
hell
fuck.
no.
Wait, who's Wait,
Stay your ass in the house.
are black people marching or like?
don't know black
like,
I
people
mean,
are
I'm
marching.
sure you're gonna have a few that does it, but
Who's,
the majority
I don't
will
know
be
who's
in the
Staying
marching.
in the
so,
house.
I mean, like I have to find out what's going.
I haven't
the
even heard
moral
of
of the
this.
story is
I was like,
stay your
I'll
ass
participate in
the
like
house.
boycott
But yeah.
day, boycott weeks.
Yeah, I haven't been to
Oh,
Target
I've been-
since the beginning of the year.
man.
I'll make videos. I'll make content.
This is
I'm
how
staying my
y'all
ass
know
in the
something
house,
I've been
though.
boycotting. I was gonna go buy a kiddie pool so I can get my dogs a bath, and I was like, well, shit, where can I go? Now, Walmart was a more logical thing to go to, or even fucking Target. But I was like, no, fuck that. I took my ass to Home
We ain't
Depot.
shopping at Target or Walmart.
I went to Home Depot. I was like, no, I'm gonna go to Home Depot.
Yeah.
I went and got I got this big like storage Tupperware that's huge, and I was like, this should be big enough to wash my fucking dog's ass, and that's exactly what I bought.
What's this?
There
And
you fucking
that is
go. Like,
intentional economics.
Plus, they want to charge
You
me
can
like
use
probably
that
like
motherfucker
$40, $50 for a damn kiddie pool. That shit was $24. I was like, sold.
Oh,
yeah, right. There you go. And they don't know the difference either, so you know
They sure as hell don't.
They don't need the bluey kiddie pool.
And let's be clear, they don't want a bath anyway. They're gonna sit there and shut the fuck up, and they're going to get your ass washed now.
He's sleeping up. Sometimes I think about getting salad bath, but like I don't know. Do cats need bath? Actually,
if they're
I
very
hear
bad, or if
Huh?
they just don't groom themselves very well.
I guess so. I think
You
he
can take like
grooms himself
you can
up
take
enough.
like a washcloth and like wipe him down. Was he like super dirty?
Not particularly that I
Does
can
he
really
clean
like
himself?
tell. Yeah, he cleans himself like pretty often. Like I don't know. I just like heard from some like I guess old wives like
You don't
cats
need
bath.
you don't really need baths unless there's something hindering them from cleaning themselves. But you can always like wipe them down with like a warm washcloth.
Okay,
You,
all
feel like-
right.
you
UA
feel
for
like
the
he's
most
kinda
part.
dusty?
I've had UA for what? I've had her
Sure.
for 4 years, I think. I've never given her a bath, and she does this thing. She's actually the most well-smelling animal in the house.
The cats are usually
Good.
pretty
That's
clean.
fantastic. Yeah.
Cats
The
like
only,
to keep
the only times
themselves
I've ever had to
pretty
watch
tidy.
out for fleas. Fleas are a bitch.
Yeah,
I hate fleas.
yeah, but for the most part, she's
Peppermint
good.
and clove oil.
Peppermint and what oil?
Peppermint clove.
and clove and
Peppermint
oregano. Dilute it in a spray bottle and spray it.
Gotcha. Okay, all right then. Yeah, for sure.
Actually,
I've only
this
had,
just
like,
reminded me. I
three
need to make
problems.
sure. Let me go ahead and buy that shit because I need to buy the oregano oil with black seed capsule. That's the
Sure,
black seed
okay.
oil. I need to
I
get that
keep
shit.
critters out of my house.
For sure. I still gotta like clean up around here. I mean, it's not like dirty, but I mean, I just gotta generally do like a scrub
Messy.
down. I've been home alone for the past like 5 days now.
Oh.
My mom's like on a trip, you know.
It's tearing up the house.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. my little girl's going up and she's going places. It's great.
You down to
So
the house.
Right. But it did like kind of remind me of like how like awesome it was. Well, I guess I can't even say it's like awesome to live alone because I've lived with roommates like
You never
90%
really
of my
lived
adult
alone.
life. Yeah, I've never truly like lived alone. So
It's
kinda
late.
like,
I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
it's pretty great. I you know, and there are times where I've gotten to like, you know, stay by myself and stuff like that. It's fun. It's fun to just do whatever the fuck you want all the time, you know, constantly.
All the time,
I-
24/7, all you, all day.
Like visiting people is cool. I can visit people, and that could be my human interaction and stuff like that. But like I do
You
like
can
this
return to your cave.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I will say that I kind of do like I do long for a family, you know, maybe like a wife and a kid, maybe or something like that. But
How many? Hey, kid. Hey,
You're like,
one
I'm
kid.
actually terribly lonely.
Don't play.
but I mean, like, no, I mean, I like.
Well,
I
cut
feel like the trajectory that I want to go in is like family adventure.
family life,
but like
family guy.
I want to like
Bunch of
soak in with solitude while I can, you know.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's great. It's fucking awesome.
A little tiny Mars.
I gotta like.
Huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
Missed that last bit.
You could make a tiny
Okay.
Mars.
Yeah. I don't know. I just want like I guess like my own place, like my own house, I guess. Because if you do apartment shit, then it's like yeah, it's apartment shit. But there's so many.
Ideally house, yeah.
Yeah.
On
Even
like
if it's
5
one
acres, away
story,
from everyone.
Yeah.
Far out from people that they gotta at least call you to be like, hey, we were thinking about coming your way. How about I think not?
You'll have to get through my electric fence, my pool of sharks, and my security fence.
I get just having like your own little place to host like stuff is pretty fun.
Yeah,
You don't have to worry about noise complaints because I mean it goes both ways. Like in apartment shit, I've had like nightmare apartment like you know,
You just have a lot more control when you have a house. If it,
Yeah,
you like get
yeah.
your own house.
Or at least the
Yeah.
townhome. The townhome, I think you could like deal with too, because like you can kind of like
At least not for
kind
me. Townhouse, I can. I don't think I could live in a townhouse. Not like
of. Okay,
long
yeah,
term. That's like a. It's like an apartment.
It's
yeah.
honestly, townhomes are basically like starter homes. That's what I have right now. But eventually, the next level is to get a single family home and to
Hmm
be around with no
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Like you start off in a
Be
townhome
around no one.
and then
But they're
just,
not like
yeah.
it's not like overly like noisy at your like townhome, right? Like you don't
You're
have to
not
worry
on top
about
of
Actually,
other people.
neighbor, like
it
shit.
depends on it really depends on your neighbors. I live next to an older man and his son, and for the most part, I don't ever hear them. Now they
Okay.
probably hate us because we probably hate our circus of dogs we have. But other than that, that's probably the only thing. But I think my neighbors probably hate me for it. I just have dogs. But honestly, it's
Okay.
not like they bark all the time, but they bark. They're dogs. That's what they're
Yeah.
gonna do.
I can yeah, it
So
builds
And
something
you
like
have
that.
yeah.
7 of them.
But for the
That's not
most
too
part, I don't really try to be too loud. I don't. Now I'm not gonna lie. If anything they hear, they might hear me yelling and screaming when I get pissed off. That might happen. I ain't gonna lie. My
bad.
voice carries
But I mean, like, I can deal
sometimes.
with that. I just can't deal with like loud music. Like loud, like playing your music too loud. That's like just such a violation of like living space. Like that's one of those things
No.
that just like fucks me up. Like,
I want to
listen,
have a
like
party.
you live in, yeah, like you live in your apartment. I live in my apartment. I don't want to hear whatever the fuck. I don't want to hear the latest like Two Chains. I don't want to hear the latest like fucking T Pain and whoever the fuck. I don't want to hear any of that shit unless it's on my time. And I had like a person in like one apartment, and it was like baby's first apartment for her or some shit like that. Because she would just come home and play her shit. Ooh, I'm in my own. Ooh, I pay for this. Like fuck off. Like you're in your space. Fuck off to your place. Keep that shit on your side. That's I don't know. That's the only thing.
I will say this: when I was living, um, I think it was Somerset Glen, that
Mm-hmm.
apartment complex. When I got my thing there, the
Sure.
people above me were playing fucking Ashton Martin music. Remember that song? It's all up in the music. This is how we do it
Nope.
all night, all
It
night.
sounds
You
like
don't remember that song?
I've never heard that song before,
And
but it sounds
Martin?
like awful.
Put it this, long story short, I ended up fucking loving that song because they played it so fucking much. I was just like, you know what? Yeah,
You're
it's all
right. You're
good,
right.
man.
You know, I'm
I was
sure
like,
my neighbors hate
fine.
like when Renaissance dropped, I was blasting and like screeching Renaissance at all, like, constantly. Um,
you guys, you
I'm
guys
not
are
even gonna
good.
lie. I was
They
singing
made me
Joe
hate
today.
all
I was
songs.
singing Joe and Music Soul Child today at the top of my lungs.
Okay.
Did it in my head. And yeah, you're just gonna have to listen to my R&B hour. It's daytime. It's not quiet hours. Once it's 9 o'clock, I'll shut up. But if it's 2 p.m. and the sun is out and people are outside making noise and drilling and mowing and doing shit, I'm gonna sing.
Hey, you
I
Sing.
will
know.
say the only time it gets really like annoying for me in the daytime if I'm like around people sometimes, or if there's like things going on the side, or they're cutting the grass more. When I'm trying to record my acapellas and my vocals, like, well, my mic is better
It's
now,
audio,
but the mic
yeah.
I had beforehand, that shit would pick up somebody farting
All kinds of
outside. It was
noise.
terrible. It was fucking terrible. Like I was like
People sneezing outside. Yeah,
breathing all heavy and shit, talking about how your wife got a promotion. I don't give a fuck. Shut the hell
yeah.
up.
Fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck about her. Hope you get fired
Yeah.
tomorrow, bitch. I'm recording something.
Up around my house.
Mm. Yep.
It's like that noise pollution. It's one of the worst things in the world.
Yeah. Pretty much. Excuse me while I partake in this sandwich, because yeah.
Listen, like go for it. Like it's time to eat. I haven't been or watched a good movie in like a long time, and it kind of like it's starting to bum me out. Really, honestly, I haven't had my movie
Time to
pass in a
like
little.
watch a movie and chill.
Yeah, but I feel like they like lack the impact when you like watch them at home though. I'm like a theater
Mm.
person. I like to show up for like the 10 p.m. movies and
But you
like
can
I
wear
said,
your
like I haven't had
pajamas and you can like
that could be kind of fun too. Yeah,
have
yeah. I
your
haven't even
snacks
tried
and
that
stuff
one actually.
and like your
That's
couch.
that's a good. Oh, you're
Mm.
talking about at home.
I'm
Okay,
talking
yeah,
about
sure.
home.
I was
Don't wear
thinking,
pajamas
I was thinking
outside.
about
It's nasty outside.
I guess so. I've never done that actually. I've never been like a pajamas outside person. I see like people do it, and I'm kind of like, oh man, like that's bold. That's like very brave of you.
And no, I'm not gonna lie. I will definitely wear my Cookie Monster pajama pants out if I'm just going to pick up Ken from WisconSin.
Sure.
I'm gonna get a
Yeah.
I mean,
t-shirt.
yeah, if you're just jumping in the car and coming back.
I might
Exactly.
like I might go out in some sweatpants, but I mean my sweatpants, like the only pair of sweatpants I have
That
like
was just
mad holes
great.
in them. Like, yeah, it's sweatpants are kind of fun, especially like roll them up where they're kind of like short. You make it like a makeshift makeshift romper in a way, kind of like your shirt blends in with the sweatpants. I don't
With your
know.
shorts, with your
I feel
sweatpants.
like that's a vibe. Um, but yeah, I want to go to the movies. I'm kind of bummed out. I've been missing out on a lot of cool shit that came out.
When's Fantastic Four coming out?
Summer? Oh, do you know?
Have y'all seen the cast for Doomsday Avengers? The Avengers Doomsday cast?
I've seen the jokes
It's gonna
where
be
people are just like, it's,
it's gonna be lit. I'm just
I mean, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to come
Aren't
back.
they bringing Nightcrawler
you
back?
haven't they're bringing X2 Nightcrawler back. They're
Oh,
bringing Alan Cummings Nightcrawler back.
oh
They're
wow.
bringing X2 Nightcrawler back. Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart are coming back to be Magneto
Oh, get
and
the fuck out. Oh, this is gonna be
Xavier,
tight. Okay.
and they are bringing like I think maybe they're bringing up. They're bringing X2 Mystique back.
Oh, nice.
They're bringing
Okay, all right.
like a good little slew of like the X2 actors, X-Men
Yeah,
for the Avengers Doomsday movie, and the
that's really
Fantastic
cool.
Four, and Wakanda, and the
Oh, nice.
Avengers.
Okay, all right then. I'm
It's
looking
gonna be
Yeah,
forward
but
great.
to
I'm so pissed. I saw no Storm. I'm really getting tired of the Storm slander. Like I
It's gonna
really
be
am.
crazy.
it. Yeah, what are they
I'm
gonna
getting
do for
Talking
tired.
about
Storm? Because
bringing
you can't
Halle
do Halle
Bailey
Berry
back.
again, I guess.
Halle Berry, not Halle Bailey. Halle Berry back.
Yeah, Halle Bailey. She's
Halle
great.
Berry back to be
I'm not
Halle
gonna lie.
Berry.
I did like the new Storm too. Was it Alexander? What is her name? Alexander
Learning.
Ship or
Mm.
something like that? I know she played the Aaliyah, that
I
bad
know who you're
Aaliyah.
talking about. I'm I'm over light skinned storms. I'm gonna make that.
They
I'm gonna make
can't
that
stand
statement.
it. They're
I'm
like
over light skinned
they
storms.
have to have a half
You
white
gotta
storm. They're like they
please
cannot stand a
get like
monoracial
Damn,
fully
you're
black
right.
get
storm.
an
You were right.
They're
African
like
woman to
you
play.
cannot have a
Uh,
monoracial storm. Your storm has
I'm
to be
tired
half
of it.
white.
I don't want to see no
We
more. I don't want to
cannot
see
like
any
white
fucking
people
more.
can't tolerate it. They
Oh,
cannot tolerate a fully black storm.
I'm tired. I don't want to see any more half white, kind of
It's like
racially ambiguous storms.
you can only have a half white storm. That's it.
I'm
I always
done.
thought Angela Bassett would have been an amazing Storm back in the
Oh
She could have killed
yes.
it. That would have been crazy.
day.
That would have been nuts. I got a storm line.
She was asked to do it. She was asked, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm good."
I mean, hey, listen, you can't win them all, I guess.
Mm.
What's the fate?
Give me
I don't know.
Dochi Storm. Give me
Okay,
Michaela
maybe
Cole
cool.
Storm. Man. Give me freaking well, she's in Wakanda, so she can't be Storm too.
No, I know
Yeah.
you're talking about, but Lupita, she would have been a great Storm too.
Lupita would have killed it. Lupita would have been crazy storm. That would have been nuts.
Storm.
That
But
would
it's
have been
okay.
nuts.
It's okay.
That would have been fucking
She's Nikita, and I like her as Nikita.
Nikita, and we'll just accept that. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I've seen some amazing.
They specifically go find a half white black woman, a half white woman to be Storm because they can't take it. It's too much
They
for them.
ruin it every time. They have the perfect like. There's so many black women out there who could like be like fucking amazing
It's
storms.
the freaking continent of African women that can be Storm.
Exactly, and it's just like they go for like the least black non-racial, like biracial,
no.
black women. Like
You have to conserve where the riches go, and they have to deem who is worthy of receiving the riches. So there you go.
Well,
it's one of those,
they want.
it is one
They
of
have
those like
because
it is one of those pet peeve things. I don't know. I think they haven't cast a storm, right? They haven't cast a storm. It's just a
not
whole-
officially.
All right. But there's still hope.
I'm okay with the new one. I'm okay with the new comic accurate Storm, but make her fucking be an Omega 5 level fucking mutant. Don't have her be no fucking little.
And we're like, oh, my power, lightning.
That
Like,
that woman, that queen, can take all the air out of your lungs and make
Isn't
you
she?
suffocate
Isn't
to
she
yeah,
like
death.
I
a
want to see I
goddess?
want to see some Avatar
Isn't
shit.
Storm a
Yeah,
goddess?
zoop, like suck that shit
Hmm
out,
She
or
is
control like a solar storm. That would be sick.
Shit.
She does that one.
can't
But
she basically breathe in space?
Who? What now?
Can't she basically breathe in space?
they all want to like hype up the Phoenix, but they're like,
Mm,
oh, Storm. I don't know. Who that?
I feel like
Yeah,
that's like
because
a level
you
of
know
like
what? I mean,
yeah.
yeah, the Phoenix
Because
is
there's no
a
like weather.
very
Well, a
big
solar storm.
entity, but like she can
I'm
control
the
all the
Storm.
oxygen. If you don't have oxygen to fucking like
Storm could take her out.
feed the fire, yeah.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
like I said, I'm just
Pull
tired
that
of the
We get
monkey
into weird
storyline.
Yatsu
physics
on
stuff,
you.
but yeah.
I want a
Into the whole,
fucking
we're getting
all.
into the whole territory of like Wolverine can like regenerate from a drop of blood kind of territory, which doesn't make any sense too because he's got adamantium bones. How the fuck did he regenerate from blood? But
Become
whatever.
blood, like
Like that's just too much.
silly.
I mean, he was like supercharged or something like that, but it's still it's sometimes comics is like too much.
Stop it. Just stop. You're doing too much.
Well, I forgot. There's one comic. I forgot what the premise was.
hmm
It was about. Well, didn't you tell me about it? It was like this whole. They went to another planet and formed like a whole new like colony of mutants. And basically, at the end of the day,
Oh
Storm was in charge.
As she should
yeah,
be.
they had well recently in X-Men they had like I guess like this sort of event where the mutants basically formed their own like country. They had like this mutant island that's from like way back when like Wolverine and the
Not
rest of them
Genosha.
first joined the team, the second iteration of the X-Men. They went to what was it? It was Krakoa or something like that.
Hmm.
They go to
Croatia?
this island to catch the
Huh? What was it called?
No, it's called Krakoa in the
Oh,
new. I don't know if it's like a, but it's a sentient island. It's a mutant, and the
okay.
mutants all basically form a society. Any mutant can come to this island. Anybody's welcome. Everybody, you know, bad, good, bad. If you're a mutant, come through. Like you're on our team. And it was a pretty good run for a while. They had like, you know, they had their own mutant like pharmaceuticals that they made and shit like that. It's a real like sort of like it's a real case for like what like segregation and like how like that could like or I guess really benefit like a population if you had like all the fucking powers of God and shit like that. Basically, you couldn't die if you were a mutant too. They had this like set of like 5 mutants that would like revive you in like this certain order. Like they like copy your brain and then like put you in this egg and then make you a clone body and then your clone body would be imprinted with like the memories of you right before you died. So
Dang.
like you were basically like immortal if you were like a mutant on this island. I think they,
And
you know,
that
at this
but you
point
know
they,
that concept always kind of like made me like think
But
because
you still
technically, yeah,
die.
it
Like
would
the
be
original,
you.
well,
Yeah,
not you. It's just a
yes,
copy of you. It's a
yes,
series
you
of
would
copies
be
of you.
dead, but like
There's just like a
you,
simulation, a new simulation of you that people can't tell, but that original being
it's
is dead.
not you. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like,
technicality,
I never really got that
technicality.
Like
concept.
The Dolly
Mm.
sheep. The whole like
Yeah,
magician story where like he was drowning the
yeah,
last guy and then he
Unless
cloned
you're
the new
Charles
guy.
Xavier and
they
can
clone
transfer your
you essentially.
consciousness into a fucking brain dead body, like yeah, that's you. That's still
Sure,
you.
yeah,
You know.
it's a version of you that lives on. It's kind of wild if you don't think about it too hard. You're functionally immortal.
I'm not gonna lie,
In that,
I did, but
Immortality, that's
like
replication.
so,
That
but
is just a different
when
form of reproduction.
so
Listen, I'm
when
not
in
an
the
X Men.
X-Men
All right, I
movies,
don't write the rules. That's what they founded their society on. They were cool with it, and that's that's how
well,
they
my thing
decided to
is in
run.
the X-Men movies when Charles did that when he like at the end of X3 he put his
Oh
consciousness in
yeah,
another body.
so
How the
confusing.
fuck does it manage to still look like him? What did they do? Was that
Movie
his
Isn't
mutant
that
powers?
cloning him?
corporate
Is that a clone?
bullshit. He
Like using his
he
DNA?
put his brain
No,
in.
that was some like some brain dead person.
Damn.
Like it was somebody was brain dead to fuck. I don't know, and he was just like, well,
It's
I'm
just
gonna
some
take his
rando,
body.
some Sasuke dude. I have my new body. Damn.
The idea is you're not supposed to
Full in
remember why
Orochimaru.
you're not supposed to remember him dying in that last movie. You're supposed to just accept the reboot movies, and then when they come back, for X2, where they do Days of Future Past, you're not supposed to remember that Charles died in the third movie because Fox executives didn't remember that he did that. So that's why he's back.
Okay.
That's the real answer.
Oh,
They forgot. You're supposed to forget.
Wait. I'm totally confused. Okay, so with all the new shit that happened, what's canon out of those movies? Is so X3 never happened.
Okay. Let's go for it. X3 technically did happen. All the shit that happened in X3 did happen. But there's also a sort of like splinter universe where like First Class was like the reboot version where Hot Professor X and Hot Magneto. That's their universe. That's the Flash universe.
not Ian and
And
Patrick.
then yeah. So they did a crossover with the old, the original X-Men series with Patrick Stewart and the rest of them. That was Days of Future Past. That was technically the second movie in the reboot universe. And then they went on to have like the third one of the reboot universe, the third movie, because the original X-Men universe that we know with Nightcrawler and all that, or I mean, I guess the Nightcrawler that Nora or Taito was talking about, that's the original X-Men timeline.
Two Nightcrawlers making a comeback.
Yeah, X2
Bitches
Nightcrawler. That was
Gonna be
their universe technically ended with Days of Futures Past in the reboot series. So that was like that was kind of X4 for them, but that was X2 for the reboot movies. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so
After
that's
X3,
a clusterfuck.
it's Days of Future Past if you're following the old timeline.
Okay.
But
so Days of Future Past is
new
basically
X-Men,
X4.
the
And
new
then,
X-Men.
Okay, so my question is, okay, so Days of Future Past, he goes back, and then he everything catches up to him, and then he's like, "Welcome back, my old friend. You have a lot to catch up to." Now, after that, is that when Wolverine's supposed to emerge?
What was it?
Because I never watched all of well, no, Logan. I never watched all of Logan, but apparently
the Apocalypse one, right? The
No,
Apocalypse
this is
one
when no. This is when Xavier, something happened and Xavier killed everybody with his mind or something like that.
Like the movies? Oh,
yeah. Logan, right?
Logan movies. Yeah, that's okay. So those are the Wolverine movies. That I guess technically takes place in the old X-Men timeline, not the Hot Professor X and Hot Magneto timeline. That takes place in the one with the Phoenix and she like killed everybody timeline. Or no, she not killed everybody. She, Wolverine killed her in X3. That's the X3 timeline. So then that's the Logan where he's like an old man and he's tired and he's like, he's running around with Charles and Charles, can like have a seizure and kill everybody in the room. That's the same as Halle Berry Storm timeline. There we go. Halle Berry Storm timeline. And then there's like New Girl timeline. How about that? We'll do that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, that takes place in like I guess technically the Days of Future Past, the X2 that line, the original one.
Yeah, multi-universe shit is starting to really like hurt my head and like timelines.
Well, they're playing loose with it too. It's a lot of stunt casting. It's a lot of like, oh, you remember this person, right? Well, they're gonna be in this one, and it's like, well, how does that fit in? And it's like, it does.
Yeah, because it's like the same shit with Sailor Moon. I get like irritated because when I looked at Crystal and Sailor Moon Cosmos, and that okay, so in Chibiusa's timeline, all the Sailor Senshi's outfits are regular. They're not eternal at all.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
they're not eternal, but they're eternal in the other past lines. So like and I never understand because like when Nail Queen Serenity sent Chibiusa off to go help herself in the past, it's almost like she knew what was already happening.
I mean, technically, like you should have. If you think about time travel, like if you logically think about time travel, a lot of that shit should have been fucked up as soon as she sent her back in time. But I mean, you were doing storytelling, weekly Shonen Jump. I mean, not weekly. Was Sailor Moon a weekly comic? Or was it monthly?
I don't know. I don't know. That's actually a good ass question. But
Sure, yeah.
I'm kind of considering it's the same, I guess, principles that they did with the
Endgame.
original Endgame time stone things. Like if you come back
Sure.
at a certain point, your shit still renews and all that other bullshit.
Mhm.
But
Sure.
like
It's like
I
a Trump,
still
it's like a
think,
Dragon Ball Z thing. Yeah.
yeah.
Trump
But I
timeline
still
thing.
think that Chibiusa that came to learn all that shit is going to be different than the Chibiusa that she gives birth to. The Sailor Moon that we know, that
Yeah.
Chibiusa is not going to be the same.
I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like it's the same as like future Trunks and present
Yeah.
Trunks. You know,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
like Chibiusa that came from the future. Her timeline is her timeline, and that's just what was went down her timeline.
Yeah,
And we have, like
that's her history.
when
Yeah,
like
you
the
can't undo
new
your
like
history.
our timeline Chibiusa is born. That's then like because
That'd be a
Chibiusa
completely new
coming to the
person.
past automatically like changes their timeline. You know, just like hey,
Yeah.
Goku's gonna get sick and die. These androids are gonna come and fuck y'all up. Y'all need to get ready for this shit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Boom. Changes the timeline.
Which is
Yeah, because when you think about it, like even thinking about the black
You're right.
or the Black
What's
Moon
up?
or Dead Moon. Remember, because
Oh,
they
the
came
Black
to
Lady.
the future. They came from the future.
Dead
as
Moon
Sailor Moon
Circuit.
R. Yeah, they came
They
from
were from her
not the Dead
timeline,
Moon Circle.
weren't
This
they?
is the one with Rubius. It was Rubius and Wise Man and all that. When Chibiusa
yeah.
became Black
What,
Lady, that
99,
Okay.
something like that.
yeah, when they came back, they were originally from the future, but then they went back to the past. So the question is, that timeline already killed them, so they're not going to come and do that shit again because they're already dead, right?
Mm.
I mean, fucking with time is always a bad recipe, man.
Because like on some real shit, like yeah, because the Sailor Moon
Don't
that
fuck
we
with
know,
time.
like what they really could do is she could like actually do a whole nother like plethora of shit because that is a totally different timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah. People do love timelines. I love alt stories. I love AU stories, you know. My thing about the whole like Neo Queen Serenity thing is, yeah, why didn't the other Sailor Senshi have like cool outfits? Like, fuck was up with that? Like, that kind of sucks. They were just like the
I
same
mean,
people. Like, well, they were like this. They were like the exact same characters with lipstick, and that's how they were like older technically, or something like that. You know, they had like
Had capes.
yeah, like capes or like shoulder armor or something like that. A different color scheme, kind of at least.
Oh,
Like,
would have been really cool actually. But
something like to show that they're like older than like the ones we have here, because they showed up and then they met them and they were like in the exact same fucking outfits. It's like looking in a mirror and it's like
we're the
like
same.
100 years in the future, dog. Like,
yeah,
what's up?
and that's why it always bothers me because like they all become eternal eventually.
Aren't they like?
So,
I mean, aren't they like immortal?
well, yeah. Hey,
Don't
here's the
they,
thing about
like,
that.
Not
This is
age.
That's
nice thing about that because of the silver crystal and because
Like,
she's
in
been
ti-
using
like,
it,
stuck in
it
time?
basically it
stops
keeps
everybody
them
from
living
flying.
forever.
Yeah,
For pretty much because she has the silver crystal and the silver crystal on Earth, everybody on Earth lives forever.
yeah.
Which is wild.
And I mean, you can still die though. Like you can still die,
You'd be
but
killed.
like,
It's like
But
elves.
like
Yeah.
your natural life force is
yeah, you
eternal.
pretty much good. You good.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Unless somebody
Yeah.
like murks you, then but yeah.
Yeah.
But,
And,
like, a thick-ass
I think
outfit that you make
even then, she could still bring you back.
hmm
But what if I wanted to die, Sailor Moon? What if I was
I'm tired of living.
Then
I was supposed
maybe
to make
she
it
can
this
let you
long.
fade peacefully in a crystal light. I don't know.
Just vaporize me, please.
I've been here for millennia.
I've been a delivery boy for the past 999 years. Please take me away.
Isn't CPU like 900 or something?
Yeah, that's the crazy
another
thing. Because
thing.
technically, when she came back to the past, she was
like-
900.
She's like
years old.
900 years old already.
Fucking years old. That's a crying shame.
That gotta do something to your
12-year-old
psyche.
for 900 years. Not even 12
She's
years, like a
like
great.
that little girl vampire from Interview with a Vampire that like
Yeah.
couldn't grow up
You
and
know
like
how that
went
worked out
crazy
for
after
her.
a while.
Yeah. She was only a little girl vampire for like what 40 years or something like that, and she was just like begging for
Lost
death.
her
Like,
shit. She lost her whole shit.
Yeah.
She couldn't deal with it.
being a child forever sucks.
Yeah,
Ass.
yeah,
Ass. Really hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, well, that's why they killed them in Twilight. They didn't let any immortal children live.
No, yeah.
Oh
What
dang.
do you
They straight up
expect
killed
a
them in
child
Twilight.
for,
That's
like,
crazy.
eternity?
I ain't gonna lie. People can say what they want about Twilight, but I ain't gonna lie. Some of that shit was just like brutal. The way they just picked that baby up and threw it in the fire, I still laugh at that shit.
Oh,
Damn.
was that from Twilight? Okay, I've seen that. What was that?
Yo,
She like licks the baby. She just puts it in the fire, right? Twilight?
because
What was the reason?
That's
because
crazy.
it was the Cullens, I guess you can say their cousins family. The sisters of that family, their mother made an immortal child, and he was beautiful, he was pretty, but it's that one temper tantrum could fuck up a whole village. He could kill a whole
Listen,
village.
Damn.
Yeah,
Ooh,
pretty
yeah.
much.
They
So
the fire with him.
yeah, they was like, yeah, no, the Volturi was like, yeah, we're not gonna have any immortal children because they couldn't keep their fucking secret. They would just fuck everything up. So they
I'm
was
a damn
like,
vampire, y'all. All this like regular preschool and shit, like biting other kids, killing the teacher, doing the same
Secret's
doing
out.
that
You gotta kill
interview
him.
with the vampire chick. That's what she was doing. Cause like she had no
Oh,
impulse. She had like no impulse control, and they would get her like a
that's right.
tailor. She would eat the
Yeah.
tailor. They would get her like a nanny. She would eat the nanny. Like she had like zero impulse control.
Stuck as an adolescent. Yeah, it's wild, you know.
She was like, they're
Being
like, all right,
perpetuating
we're
that
gonna get you a
state.
dress made. Chomp.
damn. Yeah, but pretty much that's why immortal
Had to
children
set her on
cannot
fire.
live.
Yeah,
Like
like that.
I think you can be probably like 13 at the most, maybe even 12. And I think that should be like the cutoff.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like at
Turn
12,
me into a vampire at 25,
Well,
and then
forever.
I can do whatever I want.
Like that was still stuck being like 12 forever.
25. 25 is the immortal age. If you want to be immortal, just be stuck at 25. That's
That's
the
pretty solid.
golden. I feel like that's the golden rule. Like
Okay,
just be
pretty
stuck
solid.
there.
Edward
You can do whatever
Edward
you
was
want.
17 and
I like
Bella was
30.
18. So
30, sure. Yeah, that works out. I guess in that
I like
range.
me at 30 more than I like me at 25.
Sure. Well, see, the thing is, though, you'd have the 25-year-old body, but you'd have all the mentality of like the 30-year-old. You know, you have
Millennia.
all the mentality. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
just want
I
to
feel like it's like even in the body, I feel like I like fully filled out at like 30, like 29,
Okay.
30.
All right, sure. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I guess you could stop aging at a time that you wanted to. Like, yeah.
be like Crystal K. She don't fucking age at all.
She's just beautiful forever. She's timeless. You know, we love
She
to see
doesn't
it.
age at all.
Immortal.
She just turned 39 and she looks like
Hey. Have you seen Kelly Rowland lately?
no.
I have not. I know she's killing it though. I mean, I'm
Beautiful.
aware. Hold up. Damn, Crystal K. Okay. I mean, she looks the same. Like, I don't know, as long as I've known her.
She looked like the same. Maybe she's a vampire.
He is damn beautiful.
Listen, I got a couple good years left in me. Turn me now. You know.
Stop it right now.
Let's stop it right here. Like, I'm good. This is it for me.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
Kelly
it is.
Rowland's killing it. Good for
Now I
her.
gotta look. Hold on.
Yeah, she's doing good. Yeah. And, you know, I hate to say filled out, but because like that's kind of like, I feel like that's rude to say about like, I guess like women, like they feel that, because I mean,
I don't think that's rude.
it's like, okay, well then there you go. Well, she's filled out. You know what was it? We were talking about Ashanti beforehand. She's like, wow, like she's
I know
like,
Ashanti's your thing.
she's not like my thing, but like, listen, I mean,
She's
if
looking great.
yeah, Ashanti's
Oh yeah,
like,
she's
Look at you go from like that, like kind of like lanky, like thin, girlish frame,
yeah,
like the curvy ass eyes
yeah.
frame. No,
That's peak womanhood from those who enjoy women. Peak womanhood.
Has there ever been any confirmation about Kelly? Like, who is she really to Beyonce? Like, there was rumored that she was her father's love child. That's why they were kind of like always around. Like, I
I've
don't
heard
know.
that, but I've never like seen or heard any like confirmation or I'm sure it'll never
they
be
were just
confirmed.
good buds. Like they're just best friends.
It was like a
I mean,
rumor.
I don't need to know. It's just curious, but like, dude, I don't even think her and Beyonce even like favor each other.
What? You don't think they're like good together?
Do they? I don't know. I
I
mean,
don't think so.
hold on. Let me
I
look.
mean, that's something I've really like looked into, but I
Are
feel
you
like
talking about like looking like each other or like?
I do feel like it's just kind of a rumor.
I feel
I
like
feel
it's
like
a rumor too, but I don't think.
it's probably just a rumor. Yeah, life is so much more uninteresting than like most people make it out to be. The
Hmm.
answers
Also,
are always like way more boring than you'd expect.
reality is actually usually way more crazy than
I
like
I feel like I'm
have
the
you
opposite.
like
I
have you
feel like
heard
shit's like
about
mad
Tanner
under
Adele
normal.
and Tanner Adele's story? Do you know who Tanner Adele is?
Tanner Adele,
You have you heard the Buckle Bunny song?
vocal bunny. What?
Buckle
No.
Bunny.
Can you put it in the chat? Like,
Oh
what is
God.
this? I have bad ears. I fucked up and I turned 36 instead of being turned into a vampire. Now everything's like going wrong.
Hilarious, hilarious.
My shit's falling apart. I should have stopped at 25. Uh,
You didn't freeze yourself.
I didn't, you know. If no, actually, you know what? I wouldn't freeze myself if that was the case. That just kind of sucks all around.
Apparently, Walt Disney's frozen somewhere. He's gonna come back eventually.
Well, yeah, regardless, he's definitely dead for now. That's tough too. Like, if you freeze yourself, you're gonna wake up 100 years later. Then you're just gonna be like you're gonna be displaced in time. Like it's you're gonna still be like young and like or like old and fucked up. I guess
This
if
person
you want.
here.
Who's this now?
This is Tanner Adele. No,
Okay.
nothing. Okay.
Hey, Tanner Adele. What? Okay, what does she sing? What does
He
she?
sings Buckle Bunny.
She sings vocal bunny. Okay,
Buckle
sorry,
Bunny.
I'm catching up.
Okay, okay, hold on.
I know who Adele is. My mom loves Adele.
No, not Adele.
Buckle Bunny.
Y'all have for real not heard this song. I was bumping this song for like
Buckle
months.
bunny. Buckle bunny.
All right,
I
okay.
probably let me go ahead and I'll do it. Hold on. Let's see.
I'll send it to y'all. Anyway. She's a country singer, and
Okay.
she was her and three other like black women country singers were with Beyonce at her performance
Oh, that sound
at the
okay.
football thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, she has a crazy story. I was saying all this because she has a crazy story.
Yeah. No, we're getting back to it. Okay. Now,
She
please,
like
tell.
her mom
Give
had
me
an,
her.
okay, so she had other siblings, but like her mom had an affair while her
Mhm.
dad was like deployed, right? And then
Oh, as you
her
do.
mom gave her up to for adoption while to
Yeah.
hide, the affair baby.
Oh,
Then later
yeah.
on, her siblings found her, and then
Uh-huh.
they did a DNA test, and they found out that she is actually the husband's baby, and she's their full
Oh,
sibling.
fuck off. Oh, fuck off. So she was the deployed husband's baby that she
She
just
was the
kind of gave
deployed
up.
husband's baby. She wasn't the affair baby. She wasn't even like the
Ooh.
affair's baby.
Ooh, no.
Wasn't
Damn.
yeah, some
That's
shit.
rude. Damn. That's
Hmm.
crazy. All right, fair enough. I'll give you that. That's a crazy one. I mean, it's like cosmically fucked up, but like it's pretty crazy. Like damn. Well, she's a superstar now, so yeah, she can do whatever she wants. Aha.
Pretty famous now. Yeah.
Joke's on her mom or whatever, you know? You
Yeah.
gave up superstar kid.
Yeah. I was just like, that's crazy.
You're like, fucking, whoops, maybe this might be, damn it. Oof.
That's terrible.
All right. But yeah, I've never heard of this person before. I mean, I know she's like, I guess she's famous, but like, never heard this person before, ever.
Gosh, missing out. Missing out.
I guess so. It's not my algorithm, you know. I don't live in that reality.
I guess.
Yeah. Uh,
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
shit.
damn, son.
Nothing. Sorry.
Don't drop things.
A year ago? Okay.
I,
So
I,
this is
I
like,
yeah. Just a
oh,
little
what's up?
bit. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, be careful
We
now.
saved it. We saved it.
I'm trying to think of like if I know anything. Like I don't know. I feel is this a country song? It's a country song, right? Like country
Yeah.
throughout.
She does
Yeah,
country.
okay. I don't I don't listen to a lot of country.
She
This
has
dude
really good
Shabuzi?
country music.
I'll have to check. I also haven't checked out like Beyonce's like aside from like the one This Ain't
You
Texas
check
or
out the
one.
Black Country artists. They're actually pretty. They're actually like really good. Aside
All
from
right, I gotta get
Boozy.
into it. I guess country is one of those things that I've always kind of like I just inherently like avoided, just connotations,
Because you haven't listened to Black Country artists.
True, true, very true. I did have like one person like a long time ago. I forget what her song is, but it was like I I don't know. She was a black country artist, right? She was in like Tennessee and stuff like that. Like that was kind of like fucking nice. She kind of had some. She had a hit, like "Cry Me a River." Or, no, not "Cry Me a River." It's like "Cry." I already forgot it, which is really sad. No, I keep going "Cry Me a River." I'm sorry. It keeps pulling up the Justin Timberlake song, so I'm not gonna find it.
Yeah, every time I think about Justin Timberlake, I just think about that the latest one he did when he was trying to dance and everybody clowned the fuck out of him. Y'all didn't
Yeah,
see that?
No.
no,
That was
no.
terrible. They were dragging his ass up and down the street. I'm
Damn.
s- like they were like, yeah, this he thought he really did
Stop
something.
this. Stop this immediately.
It was terrible. It was the way they dogged him. I was just like, and then you saw it, and then I can't unseen it, and it's just like, wow. Sometimes time is not fair to certain
Time is
people. I guess,
cruel.
you know.
So fucking cruel.
Yep.
You sound like a
one minute,
robot.
one minute you're on it, and the next thing you know, you're out. Can't dance no
Sounds
more.
like a
Can't
robot.
nothing.
Hi.
Huh?
Why do all you guys sound like a robot now?
Oh
You're
no.
you're
It's
malfunctioning.
audio. It, that,
Oh no.
technically,
Both of
it's
y'all
also
sound
10
fine to
p.m.
me.
It's also post 10 p.m. Do you want to call it here, by the way? We can still keep talking, but I mean, like, we don't have to
I
close it this time. But,
Are we done with this episode
I
today?
think so. It's 10. It's past 10. We did a little extra work here.
Okay.
Um,
yeah, I can't really hear you guys anyway. You guys sound like Beetleborg, so
Okay,
yeah.
equipment is malfunctioning.
if
Thank
that's
you
it,
all
yeah,
for
that's the
joining
timer.
us this week
All
on
right.
I Started a Podcast with My High School Friends.
That's who we are. That's what we did. Yeah. Peace out. Pew, pew, pew,
Until
pew,
next
pew.
Bye
time.
bye.
Take care. Thanks for listening to us rambling.